So monitoring servers is the most crucial part, and that's what we do all the time when we don't have tickets and we don't have configuration going on, we don't have deployment going on. Then we are always monitoring, and for that monitoring we need to know all the tools available, and then there are the some third-party tools as well that we can deploy, and through that we can monitor all our servers. Normally, as a system administration, when you join a company, you're given like in a large company it's always 50, 60, 80 or 100 or 200 servers that a team is handling, right? And those servers are spread across the globe. So your monitoring capabilities should be good. You're remoting into all the servers, and you need information of majority or actually all those servers which your team or you yourself are responsible for. So when you're connecting remotely, okay, you want to know the space, free space of C drive, D drive, E drive of 60 servers from 200 servers, suppose, if that's the case. So you can remote into each server. There are many ways to monitor that. There is a tool. There's an application server with separate licenses and a separate course that is called for SCOM for monitoring. That's the best, one of the best from Microsoft for monitoring. SCOM, SCOM, or Systems Center Operations Manager. So this is there's a System Center family of products, right? So okay, you know what? I should be putting that on. So for monitoring, I'll just put it on the diagram here as well. There are many branches. Suppose you have, and you're monitoring a lot of servers, and the hardware servers, the software or the operating system servers, server operating systems, and server applications, right? You're monitoring all three levels. So if I put a server here, obviously there are three major areas that you as a system administrator mostly are responsible. The server hardware. Now that hardware could be coming from Dell, HP, IBM, HP, IBM, and Sun Solaris. I think the Sun company has also. So there are many server hardware, right, etc., etc. And then there are many server operating systems, many types, server OSs or operating systems, and the example then goes for Windows, all servers. So Windows servers family from 2003, 2008, 2012, 2016. Servers family here, and then Red Hat, so Linux, Unix, all flavors. I can just expand this to the examples as well. If we go for server family, then there are Windows 2003, 2008, 2012, and 2016 now releasing, and here Red Hat Linux, SUSE, and Unix flavors, Ubuntu. So companies have different platforms there, and then anyone knows any other operating system other than that? Macintosh, Apple doesn't have servers, I think. I heard they have, but not yet. But the major category comes from server applications. That's where expertise are required. So hardware would be the same, right? Operating system would be the same, because applications can be deployed on all types of hardware, all types of software, operating systems, right? When it comes to server applications, now that's where they then start looking for experts of certain specific applications, and there's a huge variety of that, of course. So then there is that SCCM, then there is that SCOM, and then Hyper-V, and then there are the application Exchange server, and any third-party applications like
Citrix.
Citrix, yes, Citrix, SQL servers, and then it's a long list. It's a very long list according to the functionality. Then they'll start looking for, but they already expect you to be knowledgeable about and experienced with the server operating systems and server hardware. That is something, as a system administrator, you should be knowing. There are these types of servers, how many hard disks are there. These are hot at hard disks. What is RAID 1 and RAID 5 about that? So you'll be monitoring the servers, what is going on, because hardware servers of course will be hosting the operating system will be hosting the server applications, right? Server side of applications, so Exchange servers, Hyper-V, SCOM, SCCM, Citrix, SQL, and hundreds of other applications, right? So system administration, as you will be given at least, suppose you're an Exchange team, suppose you will be hired in the monitoring team or the storage team or any other virtualization team. So again, hardware, operating system or hypervisor, and the application level, 3 levels you're gonna have to support, right? So this means if you are supporting those 3, you have to monitor them 24/7, and your monitoring tools should give you a very good insight of what's happening and what's about to happen, right? Sometimes you can catch sometimes you can catch what is about to happen, right? If you were studying those logs are our best friends, and logs sometimes start giving you details and events they start sending. Those events could tell you of an imminent shutdown, imminent crashing of a server or a hard disk, and sometimes it just happens and you have to be reactive. Then react at once and just go ahead and fix it, right? And you should be good at that too. If you know the inside out of working of operating systems, applications, and hardware, your reaction will be fast, very fast, and the sooner you resolve, the sooner you will be showing them that you earned that salary what they're giving you, right? You deserve that salary, right?
Just too fast.
Yes. Hey, Chukunder, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, why don't you change it to something? Oh, okay. So, Chukunder plus something, okay.
Well, that was dates.
Dates.
They are no more on sale.
And it's too hot already.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, people eat that. I do. Okay. So, So server applications. So there are 2 ways you can do the monitoring. Well, inside proactive maintenance, you go for applications like SCOM, SolarWinds. There are some people have deployed that as well, SolarWinds, and other tools, Windows built-in monitoring tools, Windows built-in monitoring tools. So there's a huge, so many types of ways that you can start monitoring, and so backups are going on or not. So some daily jobs will be, if you're not attending the tickets or going for tickets, or you've done that and you're free, you're supposed to monitor each and every server for their performance and for configurational errors, event logs showing warning and red events, or error. Red is error, actually, a warning and error events. So this is the case, if you're not doing anything imminent, then you have to, you're responding to some call for server crashing, or if that is resolved, then you should be going for warning and red events. If your server is event viewer is not giving, if your server event viewer is not giving warning and red events, wow, you're good. You're a good system administrator. That if there are warning events and red error events, you've followed up and tried to resolve whatever is whatever is going on inside the operating system or server that is causing those red events and warning events, right? So now Ali has totally blocked his. Oh, actually, you're not trying to see the board. You're actually trying to see what Ali's doing. Me and my big mouth. Okay, so hey, which movie are you guys watching? Come on. So there's something so interesting that Idris is actually not looking at the board. He's looking at your computer. So and he's still looking. Okay, so something very important. Okay, let's just go ahead. Now, what are the built-in monitoring tools that are the exam objectives of 7411? And we're gonna visit those all and try to understand. So let's just get back to first is that MMC console. So we talked about that Microsoft Management Console. We did open some of the the applications inside, but let's just go because it's an exam objective. And what's the use of that Microsoft console, Management Console? Anyone knows already what is MMC for?
MFC, Microsoft Management
Console.
Yeah.
And it does what? The purpose.
It is monitoring. It is monitoring. Yeah.
Want to update something?
It manages everything. Starting or
Manages these tools and applications.
Yeah.
Shows graphs and.
So if we have, right now my machines are starting. So no, I just wanted to show actually inside. But if you go to run for our desktop Windows 10 host machine and type MMC and press enter. So go to run and type MMC. So you would have a console. Now that's an empty console or a window, right? There's nothing inside.
Snap.
And then you go for add remove snap in. So what can you tell me what is the purpose of that MMC? The purpose of MMC is you don't have to open separately a lot of windows of different applications.
Central
Yes.
location to manage
Exactly.
tools and services.
Central location. This provides you a central dashboard, a one window where you can add whatever you're managing every day. Maybe you're managing disks every day, so there's a disk management there. If you're managing event viewer, you can manage, you can just add it there. Now my machines, I'm just waiting for those machines to be up, and they're up. Yay. So I'm just gonna go for server 1.
Can I just ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Does the MMC,
Mm-hmm.
is it a place where you would add Active Directory users and computers?
It runs that if you're doing it every day, day-to-day tasks, repetitive tasks, you just put one MMC and Active Directory I have to open every day. I don't want to open Active Directory then computers. So in this one console, I'm gonna have Active Directory, DNS, Event Viewer, whatever I touch every day, Performance Monitor, right?
You make a group.
Exactly. You group together what you do daily. So if we go for so now my domain controller has started. So normally you're not directly connected to domain controller, right? You have to you're given a laptop or a desktop and a desktop, laptop and a desktop, or. So what you do is you remotely connect every time, right? And normally you're not supposed to be connecting directly to the server through remote desktop unless it's very important, right? So you have to go there and you can just install remote tools. That would tell you about that would just show you what is going on, what is happening to each servers. So first of all, I'm on server. Everyone on server 1? Yes. Okay, right click and go run. Okay, I'll just put it on Magnifico. There you go.
MMC.
So run MMC, and then so this central window opens, and then we can go for file and add remove snap in. Hey, you're not preparing to CCNA? CCNA, no? Done. Congratulations. Oh, CCNA. Oh, yeah. Okay. So add remove snap in, guys. So once we go there, click it. Now, whatever is your daily task, I'm not supposed to do that even on the domain controller. I'm supposed to do that from that laptop that the company gave me and remotely if I want to manage. If your user account has a permissions to connect to Active Directory and everything, then you should start adding those tools through MMC, but exactly to the right way. So suppose if I am doing, of course, Active Directory domains and users and computers is the one that is we do daily, we touch daily. So I'm just gonna double click that, and it is added to the right side. ADSI edit, sometimes we do troubleshooting and configuration related stuff to the skeletal structure of Active Directory. Then only this is rare and is kind of sensitive tool. Not we should not have that inside. Certificates, if you're playing with the certificates, that's a 7412 topic. We're going to be going in depth. So then there's computer management or DNS. DNS is second important tool that every day we may touch in our system administration day-to-day responsibilities. So I've added DNS as well. Event viewer is something that you will always be touching. So event viewer, when you double click like this, event viewer, so local computer event or another computer, obviously you're going to be going for another one because you're on your laptop and remotely accessing. So right now I just wanted to show all those tools here, so I'm just going to add the local computer here. So I've added Active Directory on computers, DNS, event viewer, that I think I will be daily touching them. And local backup, backups were done or not. Local users and groups, no, nothing to do with that on daily basis. But you can just see services, something that we would touch daily. If there is something wrong with any of the applications on any of the servers, you would first go for the services and check if the services are running or not. So again, double clicking services and local computer just for an example, otherwise it's always supposed to be remote computers, servers actually. And task scheduler. Then there are many other good remote tools, and for backups also we want to know if backups are going on daily. Last night the backup ran or not. In large organizations there are backup teams that are doing that, but still we are supposed to know for Exchange servers and SQL servers that did the backup run because of their sensitivity with log files.
There is another Windows select computer.
Local, go for local. Yep. So for services as well, local. But this is just an example. We are supposed to be doing remote, but we are on that computer which we were supposed to do remotely. Guys, also everyone has Windows 8. Okay.
But on event viewer,
Yeah. Start.
you are logging from your laptop, so it should be another computer.
It should be remote computer. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. So in fact, let's just go for our Windows 8 as well, and that's the laptop we can consider that is given to us for servers. So it's already started here. So Windows 8, if everyone is there, you have to just log in from Netplus admin, right? So on Windows 8 we can actually do that, and this is how in production environment we always do. Then we go for other remote tools for monitoring as well. Netplus admin, and so everyone has Windows 8 or including Shahul? Okay. Do you have ISO of Windows 8? That's always in the ISO folder in C drive. You could just install. You know how to install? Yeah, of course you know how to install Windows 8. So yeah, you could just create a new virtual machine and Windows 8. Just give the path of the. In ISO folder, the top one is Windows 8, which has the enterprise in the line.
64, right? What do you log in as on your
Sorry, Windows 8 Netplus admin, the administrator. Yeah. So when you log in from Netplus admin, instead of pretending, now we can actually do that. Adding remote servers logs. So I'm just going for net. How many have logged in already to Windows 8,
It's in the process.
including Ali?
Like,
Oh, laptop is
installing. I think the software I have instructed
on laptop.
ISO file
Oh, for Windows 8.
for Windows 8. Try now.
You can even have three servers. Go for a third server, and let's pretend it's Windows 8. It's not compulsory to have Windows 8, right? I'm just showing that for realistic environment.
Okay.
You're in for Windows 8, and Mr. Idris is also in for Windows 8.
I can see the yellow color on his face.
Wow,
So it means
that's
it's on the
advanced knowledge. And this is.
Yes.
Hey, are you from Mars or some? Maybe some
close to,
aliens
yeah, for
with much advanced technology, and you can just see and detect so much knowledge.
I know which operating system.
Okay, that's great, man. Okay, so on Windows 8, when you right click and run, let's just go for MMC and quickly just add remote connections. And when we do add remote connections, sir, yes, sir. Thank you, and Jazakallah khair, sir. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you, sir.
What did you?
Yeah, so I'm on Windows 8,
Oh, yeah,
and MMC is open
Yes.
on Windows 8.
on Windows 8.
Yeah.
So now just go to File and add remove snap-in.
Yes.
So do we see Active Directory here? Now this is how the laptop will be showing you when you first receive your laptop, when you join as a system administrator. When you go to MMC, oh, nothing there. You know why? No, we are logged in as Netplus admin, which has all the rights across the forest.
Yes.
Why is it not showing Active Directory? Anyone knows that?
Because
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
not
running on
server.
this machine.
No, Netplus admin, it's not.
not call
Active Directory using computers is not available locally. On
Yeah, and we can make it available how?
the machine.
There are tools called RSAT, RSAT, RSAT tools that we need to deploy. RSAT, remote management administration tools, RSAT, and those tools with the correct permissions show you Active Directory, the whole thing, as well as the DNS, DHCP, everything they show to system administrators. Even if you install RSAT tools on a Windows 8 and some normal user who has no rights on anything, that user logs in, and that user will see the Active Directory icons. When that user double clicks it, it will access deny. So when you install RSAT, you must have admin privileges as well to your user account that you log in from, right? So we are going to check that out right now.
RSAT stands for.
Remote Systems Administration Tools, RSAT. So I'm gonna quickly just ooh. अरे यार वो क्लास में बैठे oh okay so yes so RSAT tools, so I'm just gonna quickly go for that adding adding RSAT. I'm just seeing what is the quickest way to get RSAT, because we can copy paste anytime, but download sirs. Yeah, we have to download. I was looking for, maybe in 8.1 they have added that as a built-in remote server administration tools. So we have to download those. So okay, anyway, we're going to I have RSAT tools locally available as well. I just want to run a PowerShell command to add them, but they're not inside. We have to download. Windows 10 I guess they are there, but in Windows 8 you have to download remote server and then go ahead for that, right? So we're gonna go ahead, and while in the background we can just RSAT tool download those tools, but these are like 300 megabyte.
You need an internet connection for that.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna try to download that for 64-bit, which is
So why not to?
hey, it's 67 megabyte only.
Yeah.
Who said 300 meg? Oh, okay, me. So yeah, you were saying?
Is it possible to go from Windows 8 to Internet and download on the software?
So I'm downloading for everyone, and I'm gonna give you in USB.
Oh.
If we all start downloading, we're gonna slow down the internet, and nobody will be able to download. So just one guy downloads, and Zad's guy is moi. Okay, so it's RSAT for Windows 8.1. So while this is downloading, we're gonna go for other topics here. So MSU, and let's just go ahead and with the other topics here. So first of all, when you get the laptop, you will have to install yourself RSAT tools, so you could just access all those Active Directory related information. Once those RSAT tools are installed, then you see that in MMC also the Active Directory starts showing in Windows 8 as well. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, let's just go for other stuff here. Now monitoring tools have a lot of, oh, did I just start the video again or never? I never passed it, right? Okay, I never paused it. So now there is MMC, then we go ahead. So they're commonly used administrative tools. Computer management, everyone knows computer management? Computer management, what tasks we can do with computer management?
Well, whatever the task is running, you can manage stopping and restarting. And,
Okay, that was a very
Like a
general.
task manager.
general,
Task manager,
Event
okay.
viewer,
Event viewer,
Disk management.
disk management, services, shared folders, local users and groups. So let's quickly just visit that so we could know that where else the same service is repeating. If we go for computer management, so we are still, we've been given a laptop. That's the scenario today, right? So remotely you have to access everything. There are 200 servers that you're responsible for, and you cannot just go on each server and then open computer management. Although if it's a task that you have to done on 50 servers or 60 servers, can you remotely manage through computer management all your servers or some of your servers? So if I right click, so let everyone on Windows 8. So, and you don't have to really, this is how the scenario is in the system administration. That's why I'm going for Windows 8. If you don't have it, go for server for now. So how do I reach the computer management from Windows 8? So we can just go for control panel in Windows 8
Yeah.
and not from here. So we can just right click. Do we see computer management right away here?
Yeah.
This one? Everyone sees when you right click, you see computer management, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me just put it on Magnifico. Okay, so when you right click, you see computer management, go there, right? You're there?
Yes.
Okay, when you open, now there are lots of tools that we can, but this is still, for serving local services. So task scheduler is there, as you said, so scheduling the task to be done at specific time, any task, any application you want to run. Then there are event viewer that is already there. Shared folders for that computer are already there for this computer right now. But that's not what we want here, right? So then performance monitor, very important, and then device manager for the hardware and disk management. So can we do all that? Services and applications is also there, right? So I want to see the shared folders structure, or I want to see any of these services for server 1. How can I do that? So I want to see the disk management of server 1, not this server. So if I go to disk management, this is the Windows 8.1, right? So we can discover always what we can remotely check from here, right? So all tasks, open, explorer. If I just right click disk management, nothing shows me or offers me that I can connect remotely and check this, right? But if I go up here, computer management, so you can't see the movie correctly, right?
Yeah, I can see because
No, there's a distraction.
Oh, you have to उधर ही बैठ जाना
Oh, so you're distracted by his laptop, right? Oh, his hand. Okay. Oh, just put the heads aside. That's just okay. Put the heads aside. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, computer management. Right click. When you right click, do you see connect to another computer? Everyone sees that.
yeah.
Now, when we try to connect to server 1 through that, will all the tools will be for that server will be available remotely to us? So if you go to connect to another computer, click that. Everyone there? And then another computer, server 01 is our remote computer. Now if we have connectivity of DNS by name, we should be able to connect. When I press OK, computer server 01, yeah, server 01 cannot be managed. Verify that the network path is correct. The computer is available on. For the Windows 8. Yeah. So it's next sequentially available.
I got it.
You got it?
I didn't get any error.
Seriously, I'm always the lucky one. Okay, yeah.
No,
Okay.
I didn't get.
I I didn't get error.
Hey, that's not fair. When I get error, you should get error. You know.
No.
Okay, I'm just trying to check if my firewall is up. Ugh, it's down. Okay, so that means that I don't have proper connectivity with my.
It doesn't show any Nexus screen.
Okay.
Computer management is there. It is the same computer.
No, computer management, but for server 1 is showing for everyone, right? Can you click disk management under computer management when you have connected? Because I did not, but you have.
It won't.
Yes.
Disk management is not shown remotely. But
Yeah,
others,
yeah,
performance
go to storage
tools,
and-
task
go to storage.
schedulers,
Server
shared
0
folders,
is-
other tools?
Shared folders.
Other tools for server 1 should be showing, right?
All tasks.
Other tools should be showing. I'll just try server 2 as well. Maybe I have connectivity issue with server 1. But, or 192.168.200.1. Let's just check that. But I think I'm gonna get, cannot be managed, verify that the network path is correct. Computer is available on the network. So I'm just gonna check my VMnet,
I think you are on server 1.
VMnet FAF. No, I'm on 8, Windows 8. And
So how I know I am connected right?
right on top it should say server 1.
Yeah, it is
Oh.
showing. It is showing.
Yeah, this is-
Okay.
So VMnet 5. I was on a wrong VMnet, seriously. So I'm just gonna quickly remove that. Quack quack. Okay. All right. So now I should be able to connect. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So right click and connect to another computer. Yay! Server 01. Press OK. And there you go. So what you can see here is, so server 1 is showing and remotely I'm connected to, and that's just one server. If I go for system tools here, are you able to expand it?
Yes.
Yes.
Seriously, I can't. Oh, I can now. So task schedule, yes, you were saying?
I got a question.
Cool.
Just now, what happened was it says like the same error like what for you up here, it appeared for me as well.
Mm-hmm.
So all I did was I just switched up the firewall.
Yeah.
And I applied the ping, and it says failure.
Ping failure?
Yeah, but now when I went back to the same page, it just connects automatically.
But locally maybe.
It says computer management server 1 exactly like the name. that you
Okay.
put.
And VMnet, did you check for both?
VMnet is the same.
VMnet. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
14.
14. Okay, that's good. So if, well, as long as it opens, so then we can try to see. So task scheduler, if you want to schedule a task remotely for that server, you can do that. Event viewer, especially if you want to check events, are you able to view that?
Yes.
Yes.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Serious? Okay. I'm gonna throw that computer, and wherever I throw, I'm just gonna go there and pick it up as well.
Uh,
So,
I follow you when you
seriously, it's not showing me.
What I do is I pick it up and send back.
Okay. That's even better. So,
Find again.
so if I go to event viewer, oh yeah, there you go. So reading data please, and this means that you can remotely, although event viewer has its own remote option as well when you independently open that, but when you go to computer management, these are very critical very critical areas that you can see for a remote server, right? So there are custom views in event viewer, Windows logs, especially when we go there, applications logs. So these are the daily events that are going on application level. Then security, if who logged in at what time, setup, if you're installing something, system that is related to your computer and hardware and software, right? And then forward events, which is we're gonna come back later here, that how can we forward the events of a remote computer to another computer where that other computer is collecting the events of all other remote computers. Anyway, computer management just shows us shared folders of that server. Now this shared folders is for that remote server, not for us, right? So when I go to shares, these are the shared folders that have been shared on the server 1, and you can also see the local path of those shared folders. That's too much information for the shared folders that you see here, and the local path as well. So redirect test is their software folder that we created. It is shared as well as, so we can get a very good input for all the shared folders of any remote server, right? And can if we have enough rights, can we actually create a new shared folder? If you right click here and go for new share like this, so new share, welcome to create a shared folder wizard, right?
Yeah, it is creating.
So it is creating, right? So if you go to shared folders and go to shares folder, inside the shared folder go to shares, and when you right click and go for new share and next, so then you can go for a folder path here, or you can create a remote folder path here, but remotely. So when you click browse, it shows you the C drive, and you can remotely create a folder by, so if you expand the C drive, everyone there, or am I going fast? So everyone on this screen?
I don't get the C drive.
Oh, when you click browse.
When I click browse, I get server 1.netplus and upload.
And do you expand that? Are you able to expand that?
What is showing that, but how come it shows yours down there?
Yeah, it already shows that. So C drive is showing to you as well, right? If it is showing,
Yeah,
select that. Yeah,
I guess it just shows differently.
yeah. You know, whatever information it grabbed at that time, I had to reconnect again. Then it started showing me the full information. So make new folder here. We can make a new folder here. Test share, and then click it.
So you are creating on C?
Yeah, on C of the remote server, right?
Right, on C.
And Ali is also following us with all the.
I'm trying to download for Windows 8
Oh, you're trying to download Windows 8?
the version.
You could just. Okay, that's
I
gonna.
tried for a server one through there.
Oh,
I got
you're
a
downloading
similar-
Windows 8. That's gonna take.
similar the one you added before. I tried both sides for shut off the firewall. Still not
What about VMnet?
the same?
Same? You checked it, right? Okay. So well, you could restart, but anyway, if it happened in the production environment, you'll be, you know, the boss will already be not happy if you have to make it work. That means we don't care what errors are coming. You have to make it work, right? So, but if you tell the boss, hey boss, I'm downloading Windows 8, so he's gonna say, what?
I did both sides.
Yeah, so multitask, right? But you have to make it work. It's not like, you know, oh, I gave up because there's so many errors. You have to resolve it one way or another.
That's,
So it's basic connectivity, right? Restart, you know. So next, and then share the folder, and next. It's all next finish, right? The rest is next finish.
But I cannot see C drive. When I go to browse,
Mm-hmm.
that shows server.
Yeah. So are you able to expand that?
Server 1?
Yeah. The server name it shows. If you
Yeah.
can expand that, go to C drive and create a new folder. Although we are not supposed to, you know, it's not compulsory to create a new folder. It's a remote management as well as monitoring.
Okay, it's open.
Oh. Yeah, you should try to click as well on all sides, right?
You give me the ad and you don't have permission to see the next session Windows.
For you don't have permissions. Did you log in from Netplus admin? And Netplus admin from domain, right?
Domain.
Mm,
I'll check it again.
yeah. So it comes to all the rights and you know. Okay, guys. But creating a new folder was not the main task here. If you are unable to create a folder, we can resolve that later. The main thing is it's here. Shared folders, we can remotely access that. Sessions show who is connected remote, you know, to that server. Who is connecting from where to that server, right? So the remote sessions can tell you that, and this is a crucial information as well, that how many users at one time are connected to that remote server. Oh, that's why there's performance issue. There are hundreds of users connected here. Maybe there are that many users that are not supposed to connect there. You could just take a picture, screenshot of that, sir, and your management saying, hey, why that service is so slow? Then you can just say, sir, look at that. There are 50 people connected here at one time, and it's better to have a second server as well, highly available server, so the traffic could be redirected automatically. So you can make a case from that by showing their remote connections and open files. So right click, and what files are open right now?
Oh, so
So open files are there, but the thing is that that's where remotely what files are being accessed for administrative purposes, as well as whatever we opened at any time, right? So local users and groups. You know why it's not showing for anyone? When you go to local users and groups, why it's not showing for me, but is it showing for you?
No,
When you click that, is it still red cross
no, it's not showing here.
at all?
No, it's not showing.
Okay, for you it's not showing at all. For you it's showing.
No, I'm not getting it.
So you have it, but you have red cross as well, right?
No, I don't have it.
Or at all?
no, I don't know.
Okay, so first of all, it's a domain controller. That's why,
Right.
right? So there are many member servers having Exchange application, maybe, or SQL application, maybe, or those are not domain controllers, but they are member servers. When you connect to them with Netplus admin or with the administrative privileges, then you can see their local users and computers as well, right? So how about right click here, everyone, and connect to server 2. Everyone has a server 2 as well, right?
Yeah.
And it should not be a domain controller. So if you go connect to another computer and go for server 02, press OK, and I get the same error because
What?
I did not change that.
Not showing server.
Yeah, I get one.
Okay, now you get the local user group, right? Because domain controllers will not show, and the member servers will show you. So I have to just correct my VMnet and remove.
Remember, right? The domain.
Windows 8 has to be joined to the domain. Yep.
Then after that, from the server one itself, do we have to do that, connect to that PC again, or for remote access?
Then from server 1, from Windows 8, if it is joined to the domain, then what we are doing now. So I'm just connecting to server 2 here, and from Windows 8 I can just try to check all the services, especially the local users and groups there, and that's not local to Windows 8. They are local user and groups too, server 02. So you can remotely just change the membership of many of the users by adding them to the local users and groups, or create some new local groups there, right? So I'm just gonna check my firewall as well here. Firewall is off, and I did change the VMnet FAF, and server 02, was it called everyone is connected to server 02?
No.
So I'm just checking network connectivity to that again. It should let me connect by now, and there's the same error. So anyway, when you get the local users and group, for some reason it's not connecting me now, and we need to go ahead with the class. So I'm just gonna connect back to server 01 and make it happen works in that production environments. So then there's another tool called so local user group. What's the use that you can remotely connect and create some local groups or some users, right? For any application servers, SQL Server requires that you have to make some local groups as well on that, or you have to have some users created which should be added to the local administrators group in that server. So you can remotely connect from your Windows 8 to that server where you're installing SQL Server, and go to local users and groups, and then create those or add those users to those administrators group, right? So this is very useful for remotely doing that. Then monitoring, very important, performance monitor. We're going to come to this in a bit more detail, but this is going to monitor all your hardware resources and the services going on around them. And data collector sets is also very important, because that will collect a data for any particular hardware for a specific number of days or hours, and then it's going to collect a report. Hey, in the peak hours, your memory was not available for, it was doing 100%, but in off peak hours it was not, it was okay. So data collector stats, we're going to be going one by one, but I'm just showing you remotely right now. So device manager, is it showing for everyone remotely the device manager
Yeah.
tools for server 1? Okay.
No, I'm on server 2 now.
You're
Should I
on
go
server,
back to server
so
1?
you're on server 2 from Windows 8, right?
Yes.
Remotely. So you are able to see, no, server 2. Also you're able to see device manager from here.
A device manager is showing the same thing.
Okay, this error, right?
Yeah.
So yes, device manager is something local. It's more critical. You cannot. They did not give. Are you able to see device manager, Matt?
I'm
Yeah.
able to see server 1 data collector sets.
Data collector sets. Then down to the data collector, device manager. When you click there, it's not gonna show you device manager. Is it showing to everyone?
So,
For server 1, it is showing you device manager, and it expands. It shows you all the tools,
yeah,
all the
basic
links.
computer and stuff,
Yeah, so hardware. Are you able to make any changes to any one of them?
So why we are not getting that?
So yeah, this is.
You want me to try deleting one of them? Or?
You change, not delete. No, why we are not? Because we can refresh the connections. We have all the rights to do that. I would, in a production environment, I would just check my Windows 8 and try to go to the server and try to check the firewall again, and what is restricting me not to do that, and only one guy here. So I would restart my services. I would refresh the services there as well on server 1. But you're able to make any modifications to that, Shahul?
The only options will give me a scan for hardware change or something.
Yeah. So either it should not show you, or if it shows you, you should not be able to do a lot of stuff, or at all anything to change. Especially the changes should not be done. Device manager means you're changing on hardware level something. You can uninstall the drivers of display card. You can uninstall the network card drivers. That's called. Then you can take down the whole system easily, right?
And even the property wise, it doesn't show me any details.
Oh,
It
okay.
shows what it is, just a feature.
Oh, okay.
Would a connected device manager on server 2?
The thing is that we're trying to connect on domain controllers, so it should not. But where there is no Active Directory, even if you're able to connect, you should not be able to do any modifications. So try to do any modifications like uninstall display
Right.
drivers only. You should not be able to do that,
Right.
right? Then we go to storage here and the disk management. So I can see the disk management here. Everyone is able to see the storage disk management for server 2 or 1.
Yes, yes.
So when you click the disk management,
RPC server is unavailable.
oh, for different services, different people have different connectivity status,
Yes.
right? So it could be just the disk management not available for you, but device manager is available for you, and device manager is available, not available, and disk management is available. So it could be different for different computers and different people.
Different.
So that service at that time, maybe disk management service has to be refreshed, or that computer management service has to be refreshed for certain environments, and then you will get that. So some of us are getting remote view, some of us are not getting remote view, right? For different services here. Actually, they are totally different services, but they have been collected in computer management, and these are the most critical ones, right? So disk management, everyone is able to see?
Yeah.
You're able to see, you're able to see, you're able to see?
No.
No? Oh, Matt and Idris, okay.
Virtual disk services.
You're not following us, okay.
I'm just looking for you.
This
Hey, you're giving up too often. That's not good.
No, I'm trying to.
Your system administration of your
I know.
administrator of your network. No, don't go for Windows 8, man.
No, no,
Uh-huh.
I'm
Still,
installing that tools, the one you told.
you already have it?
Installing, downloading now.
Downloading, okay. Oh, you're also downloading.
Because I have a Windows 10, Windows 7, right?
Yeah, I was downloading for everyone, but you're also downloading?
Windows 7, not Windows 10.
Windows 8 I was downloading. So guys, I can just give you in USB the tool. Oh yeah, it's already downloaded.
Those tools gonna work for
Windows 8.
Windows 7.
So this is Windows, so we can install the tool as well. Anyone has USB that can be, so from that tool we can remotely do a lot of, oh, thank you. Okay. It's a card reader, and that's good. I hope I'm able to have that much space. Oh, I have. So happy. So I'm just gonna quickly give this RSAT because that's the first thing system administration, especially having Windows environment, they do. They have to get the RSAT tools and put it in their laptop or Windows. So it is. I'm just gonna create a new folder called RSAT. RSAT, enter. It's just 67 MB, and then it's gonna expand, and we can just then install it, right? So if you're having USB, let's just we're back, and so this is, I have copied that folder, that file inside downloads folder in Windows 8, right? There's a downloads folder there, right?
So you
Or just create a new file folder, yeah.
okay, you are putting in download.
Yeah, or any other folder, wherever. So in Windows 8, yeah, desktop as well, just double click that, and when we double click, does it need any internet connectivity, or does it just install right away, or is it extracting files?
But here, it's asking that you set up to install anything.
You're not logged in from domain Netplus admin. I think I saw in your computer Netplus admin, that is local user account as well. So log off, log in from Netplus domain / Netplus admin, right?
No. We're installing in VMware or in the physical machine.
So guys, we're installing it in Windows 8.
Yeah, Windows
VMware.
logical.
Windows 8.
It's logical thing.
Yeah, come on, and Mr. Idris bhai, it's logical. Come on, man. It's okay. So, so yes, we have to install it on Windows 8. But if it is giving you that you must have the rights to install, then you're not logged in from domain admin.
It's not pasting.
Oh, then did you install VMware tools, or go for shared folder?
Oh, but I'm
Installing
talking
now.
about Windows 8.
Yeah. So is VMware tools.
Yeah. I got it.
Okay.
What is the Windows 8 folder or not installing?
All right. Windows 8 VMware tools. Did you install? So it's
8 के yellow folder में जाके ना तो that document में
Oh, yes, sir.
okay, guys. So it's installing now. While it is installing, let's just go for other tools here. So computer management, we know that, and we can remotely connect to computer management. It gives you very crucial links to the remote server. And then we have MMC here that we need to still see. I'm just going to close the MMC in Windows 8 because RSAT tools are about to be installed. Then we're going to access again MMC. So let's, if you have MMC open now, just close that and open it again later when we have RSAT installed. Yes, sir. Everyone's Windows 8 has internet connection.
Yes.
No, that's a client.
Okay, and
I shared the folder, even then not pasting, and then I went to downloads. It's not pasting, and that is the thing that was happening yesterday.
VMware tools, is it installed? Hey, 911. So okay, is it installing for everyone?
Yeah.
It's installing and it's not giving any error that we don't have internet connection? No, right?
Why is it going to do that?
It should not. Should not. Okay, guys. So let's just go ahead and
They give a second.
crayon. Okay, second is over. So let's just go ahead. Okay, yeah.
Give me a few seconds.
Few seconds. 3, 2, 4, 1. Okay. So let's carry. Oh, okay. So, so resuming now. Let's go for control panel. So guys, everyone, go for control panel like this.
On Windows 8.
Windows 8.
Okay.
Now when we go to control panels, can we go for
Are these
programs and
from
features?
That, or should I install that
Oh no, you have to install that. So
Okay.
install
on Windows 8?
yes.
Yeah, it is. Windows 8 is standalone install.
Oh, you're installing.
Yeah.
So programs and features, before it installs successfully for Mr. Shahid, let's just quickly install that and use that. Oh, okay, just kidding. So
Okay, you can.
Programs and features. So we're in control panel, programs, then turn Windows features on or off, right? And then this type of window should open. When we open that, now we need to see that RSAT tool should be there. Remote server administration tool should be there. Well, you can see that now here, and it is already checked. Okay, if you expand these feature administration tools, role administration tools, server administration, all are checked, right?
Yes.
So we were like double checking. If you expand this feature administration, all are checked. Role administration, all are checked. Okay, we're good. See this role administration tools, Active Directory, certificates of the ADDS. That's what we wanted, right? DHCP, DNS, file server, everything related to the server, crucial things. Everything is checked. We are okay. If you don't visit this option, still we're good, right? So press OK here, and let's just go back here to our MMC. Now there are two ways to see that. First is in control panel, where we are already. If we go for administrative tools, do we have an administrative tools in control panel in Windows 8? In system and security. Administrative tools are always in system and security, way down, and there they are, right? So the path on Windows 8 is after installation of RSAT, control panel, system and security, then administrative tools. Do you see all the links of Active Directory like this? Yes. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. So this is the path: control panel, system and security, administrative tools. Now this looks like as if we are actually on a server, right, where Active Directory is installed. Really?
No,
Let-
it's still installing the.
Yeah, then you don't have to check now. If it's installing, then sit back and enjoy the show. When it is installed, when there's a ed instead of ing, then we can do this. So you just go for ed, then you come here, right? So if it is ing, sit back. So it's ed now. Okay. So if it is ed, then go for this path: control panel, system security, administrative tools. So is it ed for Shahid as well?
First one, left side.
Yeah, mine is also done.
ed.
And
Okay.
I'm going to
Systems
program
and
and
security.
feature.
System and security.
System and security, as Mr. Idris
No,
is.
no, that is the second one.
Oh, okay.
I'm doing the first one.
First one is done. It's already checked.
No, if it is installed, let's just go here. Because it is all checked, we confirm that. It's okay.
You confirm that. Okay. System and security. Okay.
Down.
And administrative tools.
Administrative tools. Yes.
Open.
Yes.
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 So do you see Active Directory, everything?
Yes.
All right, we're on the same page now. Now, okay, haha. So that is good.
Good.
So go to run and go to MMC quickly now on Windows 8. When you go to MMC, then go to file and add remove snap-in like this. So once we confirm that Active Directory is showing and everything Active Directory in RSAT tool is showing that a system administrator needs to access, and now we don't have to remotely connect through remote desktop to server 1. Instead, everything is locally available because of RSAT tools. So everyone there on add remove snap-in.
Yeah, Active Directory is available.
Now it looks like as if we are actually connected to server, while those tools, those links are there. So let's just add Active Directory user and computers here. Let's add DNS here. This is exactly what we were doing. So maybe DFS we always manage as well. So I'm just double clicking DFS. DHCP we have to manage every day. DNS, especially DNS. Disk management, we'll check if it is. Oh, okay. So disk management, if you select, it's saying a local computer or the following. If I go to following and put server 01. Oh, okay. Done. Okay. So okay. Yeah, DFS management, double click, that's it. DHCP, double click. DNS, double click. And disk management, we just wanted to see if RSAT tools gives us a better exposure to remote disk management. So server 1, we can go to server 1 or server 2, anyone, just choose anyone, right? So server 1, finito, and then group policy management, but there are 4 of them, not the editor, just the group policy management. Double click that,
Policy management.
just double click, it doesn't ask anything extra.
Okay.
And if you keep going down, there's huge amount of things. I'm just going down to services as well. Services, anyone there?
Yeah.
Services,
It's asking another window.
another server 01, finito.
So this is to link it to
Exactly,
server 1.
exactly. So it will always open as server 1's services, but we can add multiple services again. If you click now, server 2 services will also add. So again click, so let's just do that. Services for server 1 has been added, right? So if you double click again services, again go for another computer. I used to do that and whenever I get a contract I do that, oh, this server I'm responsible for next 6 months or 2 months or 3 months, whatever the contract is. Okay, so day 1 I check all the servers and make my own inventory and everything. So server 2, now I'm putting it, if I'm able to connect, see this, now I have services for 2 servers,
Yes.
right? So same thing for if DNS is installed on 2 servers, same thing is for event viewer. For how many servers you want, you can just have your own customized window that just serves your purpose, where you're supposed to be, you're responsible for whichever servers, right?
Is it a form of backup?
This is remote, in central window you're seeing services of many servers from one window. You don't have to remotely connect with this, and it opens a separate window, then connect to another server, separate window. So you will have 5 or 6 windows, right? For this is Active Directory, this is this, this is this, this is. Instead, one MMC console, from this one window you can see the services and critical areas of exactly. Exactly, in one window, that's it. So it's ease of management and then monitoring, right? So if we have added all this for different servers, so press OK here. So now we can see that daily when we come in the morning with the coffee, that's it. We can just go ahead and click server 1. Oh yeah, disk management, okay, disks are okay. And what is the free space here? Especially I want to see the free space. 91% free, good, we're good. Oh, 26% remaining. That's not good. So anyway, we can just go for disk management of all the 4 or 5 critical servers or 6 critical servers, where we can see the disk management of those servers as well. It will give us in less amount of time view of the most critical resources of multiple servers, right? So we can then do our decision that, oh, hard disk is running out of space, okay, let's just go and replace it or delete some data from there, right?
It says unable to connect to virtual disk service.
Yes, it will happen to some users. Just you could just re-add the connection or refresh the service there, go there on that server, check if it's slow, or just open this again, go to the add remove snap in and add this service again after removing this from here. Try to add it again, it would refresh the whole connection again.
What about DHCP? If you click that, so what we do here?
Also for DNS. So it is the DHCP service, but for which computer we haven't told that to DHCP.
Yes.
So right click,
Okay.
add server. That's a good point. When we click DHCP, it's not showing anything, right? So right click DHCP, add server.
Then it will.
Now if you have authorization, then only you can access. So when we click add server, let's just go, we have DHCP on only one server, right? Server 01. If we installed DHCP there, it's gonna detect that. So
after detection, what we do?
server 1,
From
press
our
OK.
client, what we are going to see or change or what?
Oh, did you press OK and did it add?
Uh,
It's just gonna show us the scope, DHCP scope that we created, if there is a scope, right?
Just we can see the services,
Yeah,
but
we
we
did.
cannot change anything.
We are supposed to change.
Yeah, we should do that.
See, in my case, I think I did not have a DHCP because I reinstalled the whole environment so many times that I don't have a DHCP. Yeah, confirm. So I'm just gonna. But if we had a DHCP, we can just see the scope. This is DHCP, you don't get daily requests, daily tickets for DHCP normally. It's mostly for DNS that you get the tickets, and DNS everyone has. So DNS also we have to add the server. So let's just go and add the server for DNS. Right click and connect to DNS. Let's skip the DHCP. If you right click the DNS, everyone did that.
Yes.
Right click the DNS, right,
And to the server
and
one.
connect to DNS server, and the following computer.
Yes, server one.
Exactly, server one.
Right.
Whereas okay, you should be seeing that forward lookup zone, reverse lookup zone. Yep, we can. So forward lookup zone and everything down to the A records. Now remotely we can access from here.
So we can edit from here.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Let's just create a new A record right now.
So this is like remote access.
Exactly.
And
And you
manipulating whatever.
exactly Chikandar, right? And dates.
Always.
And no anda and tosh. Oh okay.
And also available.
Omelette.
It is on sale.
Oh, go on. Okay, so guys, let's just quickly create a record and confirm back there if the A record is showing in that DNS on the server one as well.
Forward.
So in forward lookup zone, I'm there right now.
But in my case, in DNS server, I got that sign. I cannot access deny.
Oh, then it's connectivity issue as well as DNS is okay there. Is it perfect? And then connectivity issue.
Somewhere one thing you can access, I can access.
Yeah, one thing.
You can't access.
Exactly. Then maybe it's refreshing just that service because they are entirely independent, different services we are putting into one console. So it could be that your DNS service might have some refreshing to it needs some refreshing.
Access
Sorry?
denied.
Requires a restart and everything from every.
Well, restarting in a production environment is a very big issue.
But if it happens like this product,
It-
I tried the second time
then-
again, but my display is totally.
Mhm.
It says RPC.
Okay. RPC, remote procedure call.
Yeah, it's
That's just basic connectivity. Maybe there's too much traffic there, or maybe there's some configuration temporarily there. You have to wait till evening when everyone's gone and then try to see if nobody's connecting in the evening as well, or in the weekend when you're maintaining, then only restart the service and check. Then you have to wait a lot for server connectivity to all these services.
overtime.
Yeah, so it's never overtime if it's your thing. If they give you a task, they then give you overtime.
Oh,
So it confirms the A record.
Yeah. So right click and A record here, and then it's just test one A record with imaginary IP 192.168.200.23 we never created. So it's just imaginary A record, but we can do all the editing here as well, right? From our Windows 8 remote console. So what I created was test one and just gave an imaginary IP, and Ali is not following us. But huh? You're waiting?
I'm looking for that.
Looking,
Oh,
yeah, that's
These
good,
are not
man.
the genius people.
Genius people are here. They don't want to follow. You know, I'll remember everything. So, Sir Keith, what's the benefit, sir? Oh, you're downloading Windows 8. Okay, that's a 5-year plan actually, because the download is not that good.
Windows 8 I used to no, the one I USB I have.
I think it's about mood.
No, if somebody
Come on, man, too many excuses.
Somebody have that much space USB, give it to me. I'm gonna copy that.
Man, you have 4 USBs, I think.
No, the one is full.
They're all
One
full.
bigger one.
Don't worry, I'll format all. Don't worry.
No, this-
You can just copy the data from here to there, man. If you're in a mood. Yeah, IT, there are so many ways, so many workarounds if you want to do it, right? So it comes down to you. Okay, anyway, so let's just get going. But at least, yeah, if you didn't want to do you wouldn't come in the class as well, but you're in the class, that's also good. And
No,
you're trying to
okay.
understand. That's also okay. So let's just get going, and the next thing is that first of all, computer management. We took some time there. Then our SAT tools, very important. We installed them. This is something that you will be doing in a production environment as a system administrator. For desktop support, also they give RSAT tools, but your desktop support accounts will not have the privilege to do a lot of tasks.
Yeah.
So it might open, but it won't let. It will only let you create users. That's all. You won't be able to do anything else, right?
But mostly the tech
Mhm.
people, they do the remotely
Yeah, they can remote connect. So best practice for a system administrator to not allow anyone remotely connecting to any server. Give them the tools locally there. So again, remote desktop connection. Oh, by mistake, I just double clicked that and it started running some task on a server directly. Oh, sorry, sir, but that was by mistake. Yeah, you. What were you doing there anyway? Sir, I don't have a remote tools here, so I had to remote desktop into actual server. So never let anyone remote desktop, even you. If it's really important, then remotely connect. Otherwise, you have remote tools to manage the servers anyway, right? So don't let anyone go there. Yeah.
So my question is, for example, I'm working here
Mm-hmm.
and my friend computer at home
Mhm.
and he has some problem. I have a RSAT tool and I can connect to this.
RSAT tools will connect, will give these services to you.
I give the IP address and
No, RSAT has nothing to do with that. RSAT just gives you links, but if you have permission for Active Directory, then only it will open for you. If you have permission, then it will open DNS for you. If you don't have permission, the link is there, double click, access denied. But RSAT is just links to those, remote links to those tools. If you want to connect to another friend's house,
Yes.
that's just that that friend has to connect to his or her router, DSL router,
Right.
and then do open the remote desktop port, RDP protocol
Yes.
3389, and do a port forwarding. Port forwarding just means that put that 3389 port there and the IP address of the laptop of your friend. So this 3389 connection should go through DSL router and connect to that IP address, which is the IP address of his laptop or his desktop machine, right? So port forwarding has to be done on your friend's side if you want to connect there in the DSL router. Or just use logmein.com, install logmein in your team viewer, you know, you don't have to go through remote
I was
desktop.
asking what is the
Oh,
problem of this.
but this RSAT is just giving links for system administrators to connect to Active Directory, DNS, DHCP, and everything regarding the Active Directory maintenance.
Specific.
It's specific for system administration, Windows system administration environment,
Good.
RSAT. So event viewer, guys, let's just go. Then performance monitor, very important. Resource monitor, very important. Everything is very important, right? So let's just go for 10-minute break and then come back. Yay! Oh, okay. Now resuming from break. So first of all, okay. It's not in sequence, I guess. Using server manager, although we were going for event viewer, but using server manager, add roles and features, view events, perform server configuration tasks. So we have a lot of features. We've been using server manager, but very less part of that. Add remove servers to a pool of servers that server manager can be used to manage. Install or uninstall roles, role services and features on the local server. Yes, we did that a lot. View and make changes to server roles and features that are installed on local or remote servers. So guys, one thing about that, adding the remote servers from your server manager to manage other servers. What is that? So if we go to our server 1 right now and not the Windows 8, we're going to be visiting Windows 8 for different things. But if we go to server 1 directly and minimize that and go for dashboard here, so everyone there? Yes. Okay, thank you for the confirmation. And so dashboard is there. Do you see this second one? Add other servers to manage.
Yes.
Yes.
So if we click that, add other servers to manage, everyone there? So now this comes here. How do we add the other servers? How many other servers are there? Right now the screen is empty, but if you click find now, so we have, you know, whatever amount of computers you can see, we have all those. In of course in a production environment you would see, you know, like maybe tens or hundreds of those there. So we can add two. One is already there actually, of course. We are going from 1, so server 2 and Windows 8, right? I think I don't have server 3 here, but it's showing here. So we all have server 2 and we all have Windows 8 client, right? It's not a server, but let's just select like this. So press Control and then select only these two, right? When we do that and add, click add here like this with this arrow button, and everyone there,
Yes, it's done.
and then press OK. So now add servers. Okay, refresh failed. Did this come for everyone?
Yes.
Why it is?
Yes, refresh failed.
Well, it is still, if you click more here, then client 01. I think everyone added client 01, but configuration refresh failed with the following error. The metadata failed to be retrieved from the server due to the following. Seriously, the client cannot connect to the destination. Hey, it's a client, it's not a server, right? So basic thing is
We are adding all server.
we are adding only servers. So click that add other servers to manage,
And remove Windows 8.
and
Oh,
you know what, cancel out from here. Where is that anyway? When we added that, do you see that those 5 servers anywhere here?
No.
So when we go to all servers on the left side here, like this, all servers, when you click there, the client is added here as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's just kick that out. Hey, you're not a server. Who added you?
So why it is that?
No, we added that. I just wanted to see that it should be, is it addable? But I knew that it's already a client OS. So let's just see what the error is. Because when you click find now, in production environment, there will be a huge list of computers. And in production environment, sometimes they put names so confusing that we can't know it's a server or a client. Sometimes it's the case. So when they're added, oh, there's an error. Okay, I think we added by mistake a client as well. So that's why, so let's just right click the client and remove. It actually says remove server because it still think it's a server. This action cannot be cancelled once it is in progress, which is okay. We don't want to cancel that, so press OK. So the client is gone now, and all servers. It is server 2. Kerberos security error is showing there, but refresh that.
When I
Same
add
error is
server 2, it shows the target name resolution error.
Name resolution error. Okay, then it's DNS related. So ipconfig flush DNS register DNS should be run on both servers 1 and 2 if this happens. So refresh failed error again came for everyone.
Yes.
More, and it says configuration refresh failed with the following error. The metadata failed to be retrieved from the server due to the following error. WinRM cannot process the request. The following error code is this. If we go down, it may have given us a resolution as well. Unknown security error. Oh, possible causes are, WinRM, it's Windows Remote Management. So we are having some issues with the WinRM, which is coming. Also, we have to run one command on that server, and it's going to remove that error. But it's coming also. Right now, what we are seeing is that we can add servers from. Yeah, you were
If
saying?
you do the second time, it is okay.
Yeah. If I F5 it,
Yeah.
keep F5ing it. Well, no.
No,
3
we have
jobs.
to cancel it and do it again. So
Cancel R, then add it.
Add what? Okay, so you're trying to say that we can just remove that server 1, server 2 as well, and then add it again, right?
No, I didn't do that.
Okay, so
I just
it is.
canceled the action
Mhm.
and redid that add other servers to manage.
Oh, okay.
So it worked.
Cool. So yeah, it's re-adding normally just does that. So we can just quickly try that for video as well. I'm removing server 2. Okay, and then refresh. Let's just check it out. Refresh, and then go for dashboard again. Go for add other servers to management again because I removed the server 2 as well. Find now server 2. Click here. Press OK. And refresh job should go away, but even if it doesn't go, it's okay. I mean, it's gonna refresh later because we're gonna activate some more services later. But right now, how to add servers, right? So we can add servers, and it could be a lot of servers, Windows servers that we can add and then remotely manage. How do we remotely manage them? Everyone on all servers?
Yeah.
Kinda. So when we are on all servers, right click in server 2. When you right click server 2, there is computer management, remote desktop connection. You can remotely connect to it from here. Windows PowerShell for server 2 from server 1, right? So you can run PowerShell commands for server 2. Configure NIC teaming for server 2. Configure, this is a 410 topic. Windows automatic feedback, well, that's not. And manage as another user, this is also there. Remove server, refresh, copy. So there are some of these things we can do. So remotely you can add those servers. That was what we read in the slide. If I go back to the slide here, view events, add roles and features, view events, perform server. So how can we view events from server manager? Anyone knows that?
Server manager.
Where do we go to view events here? We can go to tools
Yes.
and everything is there, right? So event viewer, right?
Event viewer.
So component services, so everything here is for this server, and if we right click inside any of those features and right click again, it will try to connect us to the remote server as well. For example, let's just click event viewer now. If we click event viewer independently, before we clicked it in Windows 8 and it was part of that MMC, now we are opening it as independently, right? So it is the local event viewer, right? And when you right click here, it says connect to another computer. So we can remotely connect the event viewer or get the event viewer of another computer as well, right? So but in MMC it's even better, because here if we connect, so let's just click that, connect to another computer. If we go for server 02 now, a security package specific error. So this is, I think, specific to my problem here, but I think you will be able to do that.
We are able to.
Okay, that's not fair. You're able to do that, yeah. So if it shows you like this, is it showing just the 4 folders, or is it showing server 2 separate and server 1 separate? Just the 4 folders, right?
Yeah, same.
We are showing 3 other folders.
Just change for the local to the server.
Yeah, I did try to do that and still again giving me error, and I have to fix that. Well, for now it's okay. So the thing is,
Event viewer, in the bracket is showing server 2 Netplus domain.local.
okay, so either it will show you local events or it will show you remote events, right? Remote folders, remote servers folder. It's not showing local and 3-4 folders for that, and again the second server 4 folders again, right? But that's where the MMC come in for remote viewer. You can add inside MMC event viewer for server 1, inside MMC remote viewer for server 2, server 3, server 4, server 5, and they will all be showing separately in one MMC console, right? That's the beauty of that. That's how I added the services as well, right? So here inside, when we go, so keep it, that's what I wanted to show, that okay, we can remotely still connect to another server's
Yes.
event viewer. But let's just close that now.
Okay.
So server manager, if I go to the site here, add remote servers to a pool of servers that server manager can be used to manage. We just tried to add the servers there. Install or install roles, we did that. View and make changes to server roles and features, right? And then perform management tasks, we can do that. Scan roles for compliance with best practices, run role management tools, determine server status, identify critical events, that's event viewer, analyze and troubleshoot, restart servers. Can we restart servers as well remotely?
Should be.
Yep.
We can do that from remote tools, but when we go to manage as well, we can create add servers. We did go through the add servers, right?
Yes.
If we have 2 servers, we can create a group of that as well,
Okay.
right? So everyone on manage on server 1,
Yeah.
and if we go to create server group,
Okay.
now there's that those 2 servers. Suppose there were 5 SQL servers and 3 Exchange servers and 2 web servers, suppose. So we can just go for, you know, A80 servers group. Suppose if they were both domain controllers, right? So that's a server pool here, right? And which servers are added to the AD servers? We can just go for, oh, I have 220 as well on server 1. Why did I give 220? Yeah, that,
It was actually 2, I think.
Yeah, and
You pressed 0.
There's another IP address 10.0.0.1.
I'll just, oh, Ethernet 0?
Two network cards.
There's only one?
But we didn't give the 10.10. I mean, one is the internet.
1 and 2. Which is what you do? For server 1, and for server 2,
The second network card is because we got the.
There is no second network card.
Yeah, you have to remove all others.
Oh, I did remove all others, but it's still showing that. You know, I should have just went back to the that snapshot. But anyway, let's just go ahead. So server group name is this, right? So add AD servers group and right here. So add the two servers here. There is that server pool that we can see. Then there is Active Directory based search of the servers we can do. Then there is that DNS based search of the servers we can do, and import the servers from a file, some CSV file that we can do. So we can excuse me, add all the servers to that group if we had more servers there, right? And then we can press OK. So group name is excuse me, AD servers group, and then we go for press OK here. So now on your left side you can see a new group that you've created, right?
Yes.
When you click that, now you can see all the servers. You know, normally it's a lot of servers, but of course we can just check that you know, what servers are there, and then edit server task and add criteria here if we want. Server name, you know, you can just add criteria by clicking this plus add criteria sign here, or you can filter that only you know, maybe you have 10 servers. Out of those 10 there are 4 SQL servers, so you would just type SQL and it will filter that exactly. Hey,
It is a funnel type.
oh, okay, Chakandar, huh? Okay, still working, you know. Oh. Okay, so yeah, but we can also just check the criteria, what servers we want to see on what basis, the IP address basis, or you know, memory, what is the memory of those. So and then if you select any server here, the events of that server will show. Or server 2, if I click down there, no event, but server 1, when I click, lots of events here showing for that. Other than that, it's all about no saved queries and no query name. So just searching, right?
Criteria.
Yeah. Sorry?
I don't see that.
Oh, you don't see that? Are you on AD servers group? Did you click that? Everyone sees add criteria,
Button
right?
is missing.
Yes.
Yeah, that button is missing.
Oh, you're on server 1?
I don't have that.
Server 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Doesn't
I
matter.
don't have that either.
Oh, you don't have the add criteria?
No.
What did we do different? We ordered the same steps, right? And we are on server 1?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter server 1 or 2. But I didn't do any. Okay, if I go edit server group.
There it is. It's a pin up in the far right corner.
Yeah, that is the one.
Up there, keyboard there.
Oh,
you had it.
okay.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's
So for me, I just clicked that already and then went to task and everything, but I said to comment, didn't include it in my commentary. And oh, please do that. So I just kept on doing myself. So, oh, thank you, sir. Okay, AD servers and groups. So everyone sees the criteria, right?
Yes.
Okay, so criteria based search of what you want to see here, right? Here just the server name or just the IPv4. If we press IPv4 and add, so you know, this IP will be showing here. So this is all the tabs that we can check here. FQDN tab if you want. So just click FQDN as well, press OK. Is going to add that tab here for FQDN as well, although it's not showing that. So you can just add any criteria and look at on the top. It's going to check according to that. So IPv4 address contains what IP address you want to see only. So it's going to show only that IP address, right?
well, actually this is.
It's a criteria for searching. Yeah,
But it all depends if you do practicing
it's in the
after
video.
2 days.
Yeah,
You'll be okay.
yeah.
But if
You
you
will
don't
be
do
neat
it,
and clean.
You will be neat and clean.
it goes very fast.
Yeah, it goes away exactly. That's why there are
Very
videos.
fast, yeah.
Videos before going to any interview. Just go through that. If you have created screenshots
Yeah.
in the Word file, then you before interview, instead of seeing the 4-hour video and lots of videos, just go for
That
one
helps.
document and you're refreshed.
Screenshot.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why I say everyone create your
Yeah.
own screenshot.
Yeah,
Everyone
I have
should.
contracted it.
Okay, so now the screenshots are available from Mr. Idris on a very low price.
Low price. Just half cup of tea.
Okay. And then Mr. Shahid says, "Oh, he's a cheap guy. You know, he can be happy from one coffee." So, okay, if we accept that, then we get bazooka British. Okay, so let's just go ahead and try to go for others. So server manager is there. Yes, we can do a lot of tasks there. Using computer management, we already saw that and we already checked it, and then we went for remote remotely to access some of the services that were showing inside this computer management. Let's go ahead. Services console. So very, very important. Of course, we had to go sometimes to the services console here. Let's open that from server manager, or do we know the command for that too? So if we go to services console here, this is something we go daily for. If you're a system administrator, you will have to open that for many reasons for many servers. So services console is either we can go from tools. Exactly. Either we can go from server manager and tools, services, and then here, or we can just go for, as you said, services.msc, run services.msc. So open that. Every two.
Server 1.
Exactly. On server 1, when we open services.msc, these are all the services for all the applications and roles and features that are running the whole show. If they are running the application with whatever part they are supporting of any application, that application is running. If you stop the service, the application will stop servicing the clients, right? It will stop that feature if that service which is supporting multiple features or one feature is not running. It will stop that, right? Then there is that automatic, manual, and there is that trigger start, manual trigger start. If you see that now, manual trigger start, so whatever is on manual will be used automatically by the operating system or the application itself. Manual means if we need it, sometimes we can start, but normally what happens is when the application needs it, it starts it, and then when it doesn't need it, it stops it. Manual is doing this, right? Automatic is it must be started, right? And there are some delayed start for automatic. So let's just click on startup type. I always showed you that whenever you go to services, go for first, suppose it was an Exchange server or it was an Active Directory, always go for startup type first. You can just try to see this view first, that everything against automatic should be on running, right? If everything against automatic is not running, then you can see if it is very crucial. So you can also see delayed start here. Some services do not need to start right away, so that's why they are showing delayed start. And also software protection, it could be triggered and started whenever it needs. If you want to know, what does this service do? So there is an application description here as well, right? For all the services that are running and what are they doing. So if against automatic remote registry is not running, we don't need a remote registry right now. We need the local registry to be active, but whenever it needs, some of those which are not starting, software protection and remote registry, are not that important right now. So all others are either on manual, which can be used whenever the application or service wants it to use, otherwise it won't. And disabled, of course, you can always enable them. Disabled are just stopped, right? So these are the services, and then you can run some of the services with more privileged accounts as well. Suppose this is the certificate service here. If you double click that service here, now first of all, this is the exe file which is running that service, right? But it is running Active Directory certificate services. So one time what happened was in production environment that the virus, our antivirus, nobody saw that, and the antivirus expired for our organization for 3 months. Okay, that was a long time ago. Okay, so then what happened? The virus attacked and they changed the name of .exe to something else, right? As soon as the name changed, the service they stopped. So Exchange server services, Active Directory services were all renamed. Their exe files were renamed. So that's why I keep an eye on the antivirus.
So why they do that?
No, viruses,
Yeah, why?
there are good and bad people everywhere, and
What they-
sometimes
what they get?
they then boast off in their own circle, hey, I made this and this can damage a large amount of computers in very similar time, in very less time. And oh, if any companies want my services to take down any other company's services, then they can just pay me this much and I'm gonna take down other rival company services. So the skills are sold in the market, and sometimes they're just boasting off. Sometimes antivirus companies are also behind that, but we don't know. Their antivirus will not work if there are no viruses. Okay. Okay, just like drug companies, they need disease to sell their
Yes, of
drugs,
course.
right? If the disease are not there, they're gonna go out of business. So everyone is,
Lay off.
yeah. So everyone is need some. Okay. Anyway, so these are the automatic stop and pause. What about that log on? So local system account is that service running under local system account? There has to be a local system account or a domain account with the help of which a service runs. Sometimes when you are on SQL server or Exchange server, some of those services need to run on higher privileged account with the help of higher privileged account. Exchange server, some of the services require to connect to Active Directory. So you would just change that service from local service account, and the vendor also says, hey, go to that service for some of the there are 10 or 11 services, Exchange services. So you can go to one or two services which the vendor says itself, or the Exchange team explains themselves, that go and change that service and put a Netplus admin or domain admin account here instead of local service account, right? So the services require sometimes higher privileged accounts, otherwise they are running on local accounts, local user accounts that let them that gives them access to local resources to keep the application running, right? Then there's a recovery tab. Now this is very important. That one time we had a third-party software, and it was restarting. It was actually stopping for no reason, and when it stopped, hundreds of calls would come, hey, why is that server stopped? So we talked to the vendor, hey, your third-party application is doing this. So they told me to come here to the recovery, to one of the services of their third-party software, and then they said that if the first failure comes, it is on restart, keep restarting, right? Second failure comes, restart the service. Subsequent failures, they told me to put it on restart as well, continue restarting. So at least it will, when it goes down, restart, goes down, restart. If it is, until we come up with a code or a service pack for that application, or a bug fix that will fix that application, it will not stop itself. So here it was, or run a program or restart the computer. That's not good. Take no action. If subsequent failures happen, then you can just change those values, right? Enable actions for stops with errors. So you can run some other programs as well, that hey, is this service stopped? And dependencies, very important as well. It doesn't show any dependency. Let's just click any other service that shows us dependencies. So suppose if I close here and go for domain services and go to dependencies, oh yeah, there are some dependencies here. So guys, if you open this second service, Active Directory domain services, everyone there? Yes. Okay, thank you for the reply. So this service depend on these other services. If any one of those services are stopped, this main service will stop as well, right? So I just went for Active Directory domain services properties. That is the second one on the top, right? But any service can show you dependencies. DHCP client, if I go to dependencies, now it has, okay, if I go to DHCP client here, DHCP client, which is in D and looks like this, DHCP client. When you go to dependencies, the service depends on the following system components. This is the area that this DHCP client services depend on, and the following system components depend on this service. What is the difference between the two? First is, what is the difference between the two? First is this service depends, this DHCP client depends on these services, right? And other services depend on this DHCP client service, right? If this service is stopped, these services will automatically stop.
Oh, I see.
If these services are stopped, then this service will automatically stop as well.
Be started.
Yeah,
That cannot be started.
that
If-
cannot.
if
Mhm.
Above one are stopped,
Above one,
are stopped.
yeah, then
then
this will also
these
stop.
lines will not stop.
Yes, exactly.
But if this is stopped, the below services
Will not start
will
as well.
stop.
Yeah, they will stop as well. Exactly. So this is the dependency. So if you stop anything here, it will stop this. It will. If this is stopped, it will stop these as well. So it all depends. Every service is depending on some other service. Very few services don't depend on any other. So if you stop something here, which will cause this to stop, and this will cause these all to stop as well, right?
No, I think what I am thinking is, for these are prerequisites.
Yeah,
If they
the
are
service.
started, that will start. DHCP will start.
No, these are this, right? The following system components depend on this service.
No, the 3-1 are prerequisites for DHCP.
Yeah, this service depends on the following system components.
Yeah.
So the starting of this depends on
These three.
starting of these.
Yes.
So okay, I was saying it opposite actually.
Yeah, I
So
think
one of this is stopped, this will stop, and this will cause this to stop as well.
These are yes.
Exactly, you're right. Oh, okay. So yeah, we already went through that. Maybe if you change your diet, we could. Okay.
Okay,
So,
I'll do it.
so
because,
guys.
because we are getting the next flyer today.
Okay, next
So
flyer.
it is definitely today.
Okay. Next flyer today. Well, that's good. Okay, guys. So services. We talked about the services. Let's just go ahead and other components of the monitoring slide. So using the services console, then we go for Windows built-in accounts. There's a local system account. There's a NT authority and local service account, and NT authority network service account, right? Those local system, we were just talking about these in the services, and it is showing here as well that what is local system account? Highly privileged account that can access most resources on the local computer, right? So it perfectly makes sense that every service, majority of the services are connected to local system account because it has privilege to access any of the resources on the local computer. And then there is anti-authority, but one is local service again, has the same privileges of the local users group on the computer. When it accesses network resources, it uses no credentials and a null session. So network resources on this local computer, when it uses, it does not need any extra network credentials like Netplus admin or any other. From this local service account, it can still access the network card of that computer. It can still access the TCP/IP protocol IP addresses of that computer. So anything related to network, it will access without any credentials. For anti-authority local service, then there is anti-authority network service, has the same level of access as the users group on the local computer. When it accesses network resources, it does so under the context of the local computer account. So the thing is that local computer account, it has to connect through that to access those network services of the local computer. Suppose it needs to make some changes, configuration changes, or by default just need to do some lookup of the services and retrieve some information from services from the network services, then it's going to use a network service anti-authority account. But how does it access that? It has to access through the computer account. You know what's a computer account and user account? What is the difference between the two? There's a user account and there's a computer account. Anyone knows the difference? Yeah, there's a spelling difference. Yeah.
It's like user account.
Computer account is one and user will be.
Maybe more than one.
Suppose there's only one user.
System account.
Computer account. So where is that existing, the computer account? So network service, which services have the anti-authority network service available here? Those will show us, right? So if we go and look for any service that is not connected to local system account but with the anti-authority network service, we can just find it very easily in the services area. If everyone is logged into, service area is still connected for everyone. or somebody closed it?
No, no.
Okay, so first of all, let's just remove the standard here.
Okay, standard is removed.
Standard, when you click there,
Yeah.
okay, or click there, don't remove it. Okay, click there. But now you can see on the right side and scroll to the right side. Oh, it's not scrollable, but you can just adjust those tabs like that
Yeah.
and log on as. Now local service. Oh, there's the network service, right? Network service is being used by network account. Network service account is being used by cryptographic services, or we can just click on top just to see a group of network service account related services. So click here on log on as, and log on as again. Second time when you click, you can see network service.
Oh, that flips.
Yeah, it flips as well,
Okay.
up and down. So now network location awareness. You know, this service is using network service, remote procedure call, whatever service you're using to connect to any other device on the network, it is using a locally built-in network service account, right? RPC endpoint, Windows remote management, workstation, distributed transaction, software protection. So they're all using network service. So if we go to any one of those, so suppose the second one from the top, network location awareness, double click that. Now it has these exe files that is running with the switch, and if we go to log on, the second tab, now you can see that it has been automatically fixed by Active Directory by default to use a network service account that is already created inside the local users and groups. This is a user account that is already required with already the password given by the Windows, so it could, this service could access or do its job. What does it do anyway? That requires the network service privileges. So collects and stores configuration information for the network and notifies programs when this information is modified. If this service is stopped, configuration information might be unavailable. If this service is disabled, any services that explicitly depend on it will fail to start. So dependencies, oh, a lot of services depend on that, right? So the main thing is that network account is also locally created. Here, double click that and go to log on. Network service account is managed and maintained by Windows operating system itself, and it helps do the task that this service is given, and these tasks are all related to connecting to other computers and offering them some kind of service over the network. So these built-in accounts are used and they have been given those privileges, so the service could actually connect from one computer to another, right? It's totally managed by the Windows operating system. We are not supposed to mess with those if they're, unless we have installed some other application where the vendor says, hey, go to that application service and go to the network service account and change it to the domain admin account instead. Because some of the services in Exchange or SQL Server or SCCM or SCOM, they try to connect to Active Directory as well. Now this network service may not give the privilege to access Active Directory. So then you have to put the domain admin account like Netplus admin account or some other account you create for the service to access the Active Directory and retrieve some information from Active Directory for the running of Exchange server and some other application. So right, the overall view is that services are helping the applications and features and roles to run smoothly. If you stop a service, it's going to stop that feature of that part of the application or the whole application itself, right? And they should be automatically, critical services are running automatically, and other non-critical services are stopped and started with the consent of or with the the application that is installed or the operating system is managing the services that are on manual status, right?
Does anybody ever change the password from these services?
So that's if we only do that if the vendor specifically require that. Otherwise, we are not supposed to touch those passwords. We're not supposed to touch those or change it to an account.
Let the machine give it the password and that's what-
Exactly. And it manages that, it changes that itself. Everything is managed by the machine itself and the application itself. right? So these are very critical areas. This is very critical areas of the services. We're not supposed to touch that. Sometimes, so I think we talked about printer. Did we talk about printer topic?
No.
Because it's not in 7411. Yes. Okay. So it was in 7410. Sometime,
Yeah,
you know,
that's right.
there's so many classes going on, and okay. So in 410 we talked about printer. So we talked about printer spooler service, right? So spoolers. Anyone knows already spooler service?
It piles up all the jobs.
Printer spooler, and so it runs the whole print jobs, coming and going, and you know, the printer drivers installed on the server, they are all depending on that. In 7410, which has started, we are going to go in depth with that and check. One class was just dedicated for printer related, you know, all the features of Windows and how production best practices are performed. But anyway, printer spooler service, if you restart that service,
Right.
spooler service, so suppose it was a print server. That server was dedicated to all the printer drivers that we installed for all the big network printers. Those all drivers will be affected by that too. So if you stop the print spooler service, then no print job could travel and go to the printer and reach the printer. All the print jobs will be stopped for that server, right? So when you start the print spooler service, it then starts letting all the print jobs go ahead and use that driver to reach that network printer. So yes, this area is very, very sensitive, but sometimes what I was saying here, that we had to restart the spooler service because one print job was stuck and there was a long queue of other print jobs that just could not go ahead. And you even if you restarted this you know, that printer as well, it's still stuck. So then you have to go for print spooler service that then stops.
Remove that job.
You
Yeah.
could just remove the.
If the job doesn't remove, then what? You right click and cancel, right click and restart.
Yeah, no.
Stuck.
Nothing happened.
Stuck.
So what do you do?
Last resort is print spooler service. Stop and start that. So, but that's last resort. Why is it last resort? It's gonna affect the other printers which are working fine. So you have to announce first. You have to tell everyone, hey, for 1 minute there will be a total disruption of all the printers on that print server. So please, so in the break we're gonna do that. So don't print at that time. Then you have to take all the precautions. You cannot just go ahead and print spooler and stop that right away and start it. Right? All of the printers will be affected. And if CO is printing, you're in big trouble. That why did you restart without at least informing us, right? CEOs normally are very understanding people. If you have a good reason, they'll just say no problem.
So when you remove that job which is stuck and it's not getting removed, then you go to the spooler. Yeah.
Service here.
And
It's here. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
There it
Then-
is. Print spooler.
Okay. Then you remove the job from there.
Stop. No, this is a service. It has nothing. It doesn't know
Yeah,
what
that
job
is
is
what I
there,
want
but
to
it will remove the job there.
What's the central point?
You
for all
stop
printers?
this service.
Exactly.
You stop this service, then you go to that printer, remove that job.
Then you
then
stop
start
the.
the spooler.
Yeah. So stop the service. Everything in line will be
Stop.
gone. It should stop.
Yeah.
Then try to remove that if it is already not removed.
Okay.
It should be removed. Otherwise, right click and then it will remove when it's stopped. Otherwise, it will just
Okay.
be removed by itself.
Yeah.
So check that. But before going down to the print spooler, which affects everyone else,
Yeah.
just restart the printer as well, and try to right click and cancel that job. This is the last resort.
Okay. When I restarted spooler,
Mm-hmm.
all the jobs will continue now, just like that before. It was happening?
In many cases, I did that when we had to do that. So in one case, all jobs were gone.
Yes.
In another case, the jobs were there, but while it was stopped, I right click and cancel it. So it was cancelled, which was stuck otherwise. And then when I started the service, all of the jobs started printing.
Okay.
So if you keep it a little longer, it's gonna start removing everything. But it was for those printers. HP printers were there, I think, or a mixture of printers were there. So we have to still check in our test environment. Does it just remove? What happened? Do you remember that? But we can just do that again as well. There were many jobs we sent there, fake jobs, but those jobs were still there when we stopped and started, right? but that job was,
But if you
the stuck job was gone.
But if you cancel for the inside the printer's driver,
Mm-hmm.
the icon of a printer, like the
Yeah.
preference of a printer,
Mhm.
if it's deleted, it's not gonna become again.
Oh yeah, so if you delete it, that's another thing. But
If you
jobs,
pause it,
yeah,
it can run again.
pause and cancel and restart, right? So if it doesn't go for this one, it's going to resolve the problem, but it's going to cause problems for others
But
if
it's
the servers are
last
there.
step.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
the last
can-
resort.
If you can solve over there. right?
Exactly. Okay, guys. So let's just go ahead and while I was recording that, so we're going ahead with that Windows built-in accounts, and then go ahead with others. So services best practices, yeah, we did that already. But use caution when changing the startup parameters for a service. Includes the startup type and log on as settings. We just visited that. Changes might prevent key services from running correctly. So this is very sensitive area. We're not supposed to play with the services, right? Do not change the allow service to interact with desktop setting, and allow service to access any information displayed on the interactive user's desktop. So what is allow service? Anyone knows that? Allow service allows services. Okay, that's good enough, right? So do not change the allow service. Properties, services status. Okay, let me just put it on Magnifico. So there is that general service status: running, start, stop, pause, resume, right? And then there is automatic, startup type, then there is delete start, manual, disable. We can change any services status or startup type status. And then log on as, that's what they were telling. Recovery and restart services. Okay, allow service, and there is no allow service. The slide has no idea what they're talking about, or we don't know what it is talking about. Seriously, where is allow service?
Service was there
Name,
somewhere, but I
description,
don't see
status, startup type, log on
I
as.
saw those. Yeah,
Allow
just
service.
Type in an A, so all.
Well, I think they're meaning it something else, but it could be allowed. So let's just go back to the slide now and check, but I didn't see specific to this. So do not change the allow service to interact with desktop settings. Seriously. Okay. This should be like this, and they did put it on italic anyway. It is one thing, right? Allow service to interact with desktop setting. Do not change the value, and this value should be where. So if we double click there anywhere, do not. So is there any option, any setting that says allow service to interact with desktop? Here it is, right? So allow service to interact with desktop. So if they're just saying do not change that, right? Do not change that setting. This is being run by operating system. It is grayed out for me anyway, right? But if it is not grayed out, so I'm just looking at network service. If I go for local service here, double click anyone and go to log on again. Now if I change this to local system like this, we are not supposed to do that. Then we can click allow service to interact with desktop. It's going to just any desktop tools or any applications there can be affected by whatever decision this service makes, or through that service whatever services are being run extra would be affected by with the desktop tools that are available there. But allow service to interact with desktop must not be checked. And if I change that, what happens now? It was here, okay, this account, and it just gets that back. If I click here, I thought it will just remove, but it still remembers all the local settings there, right? But if you by mistake did that and you don't want that now, please click cancel here, right? Cancel. So okay, what else it says here? Use the account with minimum rights and permissions for the service to operate. if you want to use a separate account, do not just give it domain admin account. Do not just give it full enterprise administrator account. Try to give it as less privileges and permissions as possible, right? Use different service accounts for different services. What does that mean? So Exchange service, there when you install SQL Server, in the manuals when you read, they ask you to create 7 different accounts. You have to go to Active Directory using computers and create one account, second account, third account. They are different: SQL service account, SQL admin account, SQL monitoring account, SQL this account, that account. All those accounts need to be given least privileges. Whatever they require, not domain administrator. Don't add them to administrators. Yeah.
No, which means because of the security purpose.
Yes.
Nobody can delete it, the whole thing, so they
Yep.
can save the space.
Exactly. If the password, suppose you added 7 instead of those 7 SQL accounts, you added Netplus admin, Netplus admin, Netplus admin everywhere for those services. Now, when the Netplus admin password changes, you have to go there and manually add that account and change the password again inside the application. If you change the Netplus admin account password, what happens? The SQL server will stop at once. All those 7 services will stop at once, right? So always use different services account for different services. Because the domain administrator account, we must change the password, so never use it for application services. All right. Event viewer, again, it's going a little to show this. So event viewer, view events from multiple event logs, save useful event filters as custom views that can be reused, schedule a task to run in response to an event, create and manage event subscriptions. These are the 4 areas that we need to check. So let's just quickly open the event viewer here and check it out. So for event viewer, so let's just close the services. We talked about services and cancel out everything. Let's not permanently save anything in the services if we made any changes there. Okay, so event viewer, if it is already open, and no, we still have the MMC console for that, but as okay here, and minimize that. So on server 1, I'm going for let's go for Windows 8 and open that, so we could remotely actually check all the events. Normally you will be working on from Windows 8, right? So everyone on Windows 8? Yes. You're downloading and it's a 5-year plan, right? Download here and 4 GB file? That's not good. Come on, man. USB and everything.
2.2 GB is done.
Yeah, our class is almost done as well. So okay guys, so let's just get going. Event viewer, where is event viewer? So have we opened that MMC console? Everyone's MMC console is open for Windows 8.
Yes.
But if it is not open, now in production environment, it's up to you how you want, what is comfortable for you, right? So this MMC console, now we have whatever services are crucial to us, whatever features we work daily, we can just add that to this central window here, right? But we did not add event viewer here, right? So first of all, if you close that event viewer, is it open for everyone?
Yeah.
So when you click this cancel button here, what happens? It says save console settings to
No.
console 1.
You should save it.
We should save. Oh, did you already click no? Okay, that's not good, but the thing is, that's why I'm saying that always stay with this mouse here.
But by chance
You-
I click, I open it again.
By chance. So if the boss was standing right behind you,
You do by chance, you go by chance.
then that will not be appreciated.
He'll not give you any chance.
Yeah, that boss will not give you any chance. But anyway, I mean, this is a bad impression for you're clearly done. So always be show off that you're very careful, right? So press yes here. Now it's saying, oh, you want to permanently save that console, because every day when we come, we have to open the same console. We cannot just click MMC and keep adding every day new features or those features again and again, right? So I'm putting it on desktop. Here I'm selecting the desktop when I'm about to save, and this is my console. My console, just put that there. Otherwise, company console or features console or whatever. So I'm just saving it as the name my console and saving it on top of the desktop. You can just save it in documents folder, library, wherever. So click save here. Now let's close that MMC. So
Even on desktop?
so it should be on desktop, right? We just wanted to check that, right? So yes, there it is. Now every day when I come, of course, those are the crucial features I have to check every day. Those servers I have to check every day. So double click that and press yes, and those features are there, right? So always, create a console, and you can add and remove anytime, right? So I discovered that, oh, I don't have event viewer here. So let's just add event viewer for server 1 and server 2 here. In my case, in production environment, I would just go for event viewers of 5 or 6 or 10 or 11, 20 servers that I want to go anytime. I don't have to remotely desktop connect to that. I can do that, but I don't want to, right? So okay, so I'm just gonna go for file, add remove snap-in, right now. If you have closed it and you want to open again and save it permanently, just go for this event viewer, because it's not compulsory to have all these services. I'm just showing that you can do that, right? But right now, if you're saving it and opening it, just go for event viewer now. So where is event viewer here? CDE. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hey, what did you eat today? That's the key. Don't eat anything. Empty stomach makes you think more. But no, in some cases, chokanda also makes you think more. Chokanda, right?
But I don't like it.
Okay. So, okay. Empty stomach is better.
That's why you are behind.
Okay, event viewer, click add. So guys, event viewer will also talk. So let's just add server 1 event viewer, server 2 event viewer, right? So another computer, server 01, press OK. And then again event viewer, another computer, server 02, right? Press OK.
So it's mean in a production environment, if you're making in a one console, you can add server, or if you wanna see the
Yep.
any user log file,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
what he doing,
Exactly.
or what's the service
Or
is
if-
running,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Exactly, you can do that. Yep. So, well, you have added event viewer for server 1, but my server 2 is still puking some errors. Puking, wow, what a choice of word. So, settings, WebNet 5 is there, and firewall is off, but still it's just denying access to everything. I think it's the domain controller that has gone rogue. Oh, I have 2 network cards. We did nick teaming, I think. Oh, nick teaming. You. Delete team. Oh, that was it. Okay, guys. So nick teaming is gone. Now I should be having access to that. So when we go for event viewer for server 2, or especially when I do that, server 2, but as okay, and still I'm not getting it. Anyway, server 1, press OK. Yeah, I should have just snapshot back, but it's too late now. So server 2 is okay. So when you go to server 1 event viewer, now it's not the local Windows 8 event viewer, it's server 1 event viewers, right? So events. So when we expand the events like that, now there's a custom view here for administrative events and server roles. It's still showing there, it's still loading. Remote desktop services, system events for remote desktop. But first, let's go for Windows logs, which is where we always in the morning, during the day, we have to be there for different services. So there are application logs here and the event IDs. Sometimes the event IDs are so common for some events that even in the interview they come that, okay, what is the event ID for shutdown event? So it was asked in 2 interviews. 1033?
I can't.
Okay, you're guessing, man.
I think so.
I will also
I
guess,
just
of
got one
course.
the other day.
Yeah, so if we go for system event, so if I want to find out shutdown event, right? I can go for system event first of all. Everyone there? And this is still remotely we're accessing those events of server 1, right? So there is that event ID numbers given here. So if we select anyone here, everyone there, including Shahul? You there? Okay. Your yes is not, confident enough. This means are you doing something else? No, just kidding, man.
Just that mine, I mean, I didn't
So-
mention, but yours, you have that.
Hey,
Different symbols, but mine is all like yellow and
yellow.
yeah, the triangle. Some of them
It
are-
was brushing every day. Okay,
It's
no,
giving the warning sign, but
No,
yours is in yellow.
because your server is different, my server is different. So you will all see separate warning signs, warning error events and warning events, right? So if you click here and Control F, Control F comes up,
Fine.
or click Find to the right side here.
Okay, shut down.
Oh, don't you're shutting down already?
No, find the shutdown.
I'm so hurt now. Okay, so anyway, hey, click Find, but is it coming up for you?
Yes, window is there.
Seriously, guys, what's wrong with my computer? Oh, there you go. So cancel and right click and find. Find is still coming up, but if you click, okay, refresh F5. No, it's still coming up. So guys, if you have that find window in front of you, try to just type shutdown.
Yeah, that is what I was saying.
Exactly. Hey, because of that chakunda, right? So we should always have healthy breakfast, and it is known that
Find
if we don't eat anything, also we're good. So fine. When you click shutdown, when you type shutdown and press OK, there should be one event highlighted if it found anything, right? There should be grayed out one event in the. Okay, seriously.
51047.
Okay, let me just open that again. Press yes and save it and open. Okay, I'm just gonna go to that server directly and seriously. Which is
Number 20,
number 20 event.
event ID.
Mm,
A lot of
That's like a normal
next.
shutdown.
yeah, it could be some other message, but their shutdown event is separate. So let me just quickly check it out.
flag value is 1.
I'm
Okay.
scheduled shutdown, or is this a
Yeah, there
shutdown
could be.
that-
So shutdown crash one. Shutdown event ID.
It is saying flag value is 1.
60 unexpected shutdown is 6008 event ID.
Oh,
So it's not giving.
And then there is flag value. No, so there is that user 32. The main event ID is this on the Microsoft TechNet, which is not opening now. Okay, seriously. So 1074. If the user 32 event ID 1074 and 6008 are the events that show that different aspects of shutdown. If it's an unexpected shutdown, it is 6008. If it is a planned shutdown, then it is 1074. I think we planned shutdown many times. I think we also put the so 6008 and 1074. If I put it on a notepad and I want to select or search for these two events,
Why it is showing event 50037?
10 so it could be another type of shutdown. Maybe it's restarted, but when it restarts, it shuts down by from machine context. It shuts down and then starts, right? So it could be different types of shutdown. Different events are showing. So 1075 or 6008. If I want to search an event only, what do I do? If I want to just search an event,
Same thing.
so if we go to plus here and team viewer, because a team viewer for you is opening, and so if I just show here, go to system event, and on the actual server also is giving. So right click and go to find. So 1075
Okay.
was 73.
1075.
Yeah, I just typed 1075 like this.
Okay. fine.
Oh, there is one event. Oh, it's not that.
Oh, come here, check it.
It found
1075.
1075.
74. Sorry, 1074 and 6008.
6008 on him.
Not here as well. So 1074. It's not
But I've got it at
47.
1074 here. Okay. It's a 10-4, 10-4. Oh, okay, no.
4200.
So 1074.
Even 4200.
Oh, there is a 1074.
I don't know.
Guys, 1074 must be there because it's a proper shutdown of the machine, and we properly shut. This means you never properly shut down the machine. That's why the event is not there.
6008.
Okay, what does 1074 says? VMware Tools has initiated the shutdown of computer server 1 on behalf of user entities. This is a proper shutdown, right? Type shutdown. 1074. You did not do 1074? You're not taking care of your servers properly.
Server side.
So 6008 is an unexpected shutdown, right? Oh, okay, that's also good. Unexpected doesn't also mean that you did not cause. It's
Automatic.
but you did not properly shut down. This means you power off. Power off is like pulling shutdown guest. Shutdown guest. Okay. 6008. Oh, I did not. My servers never unexpectedly shut down. So 6008 is not
Yes, correct.
there, right? But 1074 is there because we properly shut it down, right? 1074. Yep, there actually. If I click find next, yes, many times there should be many events. 1074, we always properly shut it down, right? So 1074, it should be full of that 1074 events, right? Whenever we shut down, it took that. So okay, let's just go ahead and find out. So system events are their ID. If we go for first the slide, what else it wants to tell us? Okay, yeah, a lot. Okay, that's good. That's good because event viewer will save you the job as well, right? It's that important. Event because of event viewer. I once in early days of my system administration, there was so the full Exchange server went down. So my boss was very technical. So when we recovered the server, then he went for the events before the shutdown took place or crash took place, and he saw that 3 days there were error events coming. I never checked the event viewer. I would have just avoided that shutdown of the server.
Yes.
3 days there were red error events coming that the hard disk is about to fill up, free space is going down, fill space. If I had once seen that event in the morning or any time, I would have stopped that right now. Red error events. So then the boss was like, whoa, and I had to take all of the team to the restaurant 3 times. Okay,
You had to what?
I had to take all the IT team to the restaurant for 3 consecutive weekends.
Oh, wow.
Punishment.
That was punishment, enjoyable for others, but I was like, shoot, man. So yeah, but anyway, this is a very tasty punishment for others, right?
We want to give you the same punishment here.
Yeah, right. What? God, man. Yeah, it is 1:30, but and we are all hungry now. So view events from multiple. Yeah, let's just go ahead. There are custom views, Windows logs, applications and services logs. Now common files displayed in event viewer logs. There's a property name source. There's event ID, a number identifying the particular event type. Then there's a level tab there, right? And then filtering events, very very important as well. So let's just go for the first one, which was event ID. Yes, there is level, warning. Everyone has seen these colors already. If your level, if you click level here, so the warning events are showing. If you keep going up or down, there should be error or red events as well. Yeah, the red ones. Oh, seriously, I have too many. So if there are too many red events,
red
it's
is
not
not
appreciated
bad.
by any boss, and they will say that, hey, there are red events and you're not trying to remove those. What are those coming? Did you ever resolve that? So sometimes the bosses remotely connect to your assigned servers, event viewer, and then they check the red events and like, okay, this guy is doing nothing.
Yeah.
Their servers allotted servers are showing red events, and he's just sitting on top and saying, I don't have any work. Okay, let me show him that. So normally, typically the bosses do what? there's always a team group account as well, right? So they take the screenshot and they send it to the team and address only one guy. Hey Amir, those 5 servers are showing this, and you're saying you don't have any work, huh? And you're asking me to do work. So all the team sees that too.
Yes.
So it's like that's the top level of insults, and so we need to avoid that. So we are always on top of it, and
What if it happens every day? You are used to that.
then it doesn't continue happen every day because we are gone. We are gone for good then. So okay guys, let's just go for filter, right? So in the system events or in the application events, we already did the auditing, and so we saw the security events already, right? So application events, so system event, it was 1074 was the shutdown event. There's an event for restart as well. There's a event for restart of services as well. So we should all be very careful about what's going on. Normally what I used to search for trouble, if there is anything failed, anything disabled, anything shut down. So I would right click that application on the server and quickly want to filter. I would go for find first, and I would just go for the word called fail. Anyone mentions the word fail, I need to know that. I don't need anything to fail. So find next. Okay, there's that failed error event just popped up. Failed to apply policy and redirect folder documents to, okay, redirect didn't work for us, right? Now in a production environment, I would just go after it after off time, and I would not go reach home in time, right? And it's not even, because it's my thing, so they would not offer me the overtime as well. So don't go for overtime. First go for your reputation and spend weekends and spend all that time searching for all the failed events and resolve those issues. Create screenshots in the office. Everyone creates a screenshots in the office for what you did. If you're configuring something, but your boss said, always create a screenshot for that, because next year if your boss says to configure the same thing on another server, new server, many times it happened that we had to Google again the whole thing from the scratch. We never documented the first time we did that, right? So the boss always says, oh, you're bad in documentation, you're gonna suffer a lot. So always document every configuration you make, because next year maybe, but sometimes there are so many configuration documents that you have to search between those documents and you don't find it, then you go for Google and you find it in lesser time. So okay, anyway, so fail event is there. Okay, anything also, what is filter? So filter current log. So when we go to filter events, right on the right side, do you see filter? Filter current log. So current log is this, which we selected, right?
Yeah.
So there is that.
That will display all those with that keyword.
Yeah. So, but it gives us a lot of other options. So again, guys, I'm on application. Let's just go for system again. System logs, everyone, and now use the filter feature. So let's go to system and click filter current log. Everyone there?
Yeah.
So when you go to filter, let's go for 1074 again, right? But this time, what is it? Logged anytime or last hour? Maybe the shutdown happened last 24 hours or last 7 days. This is very, very crucial, time specific event, because we want to know why the crash happened for that server. So we're gonna go for the events in last 24 hours if the crash happened last 24 or last 7 days, right? So, but anytime, suppose, and then was it a critical event? So 1074 was a critical event or a warning event? Was it a red error? Was it a yellow sign there or red sign there when you went for 1074? So if we control F that, and seriously, 1074, and it's a warning event, as well as if I keep going 1074, there's a lot of events there. Oh, they're all warning. Okay, all warning, right? So let's just go for user 32 is the information event, or a blue icon as well, which is user 32 is the, so there is a source. What is the source of that, right? So source and win32, if you give these two information, that's always very useful after the time thing, that it is last 24 hour or not. So if I go to filter current log now, first of all, there's that user computer keywords task category, all event IDs that you want to check, or event logs. This is the event source here, right? So if we go for source here, then what source was it? It was user 32, right? So if we just put here user 32, event source was user 32, and then it was warning as well as critical. I've seen that information as well as warning for my, so I don't want to be specific on those. I'll just keep it open, or I will just go for critical and error. These are the most troubling events, critical and error. If the user 32 source, if the system shut down with these critical events, this means it was something all of a sudden, right? And then I go for the event ID as 1074. User 32 is also there for me. It was user 32. For you, is system 32? It's showing system?
System 32.
Is it showing? For me, it's user 32 is also showing. So user 32, user related event. So, okay, because I saw that, so I'm just going to keep it user 32, but you can also put system 32 here. Also, task category, it's not shown. Keywords, now audit failure. What were the keywords here? If you don't find a keyword, just keep it empty. And for all users or all computers, you want, but I'm just choosing this criteria. Anytime, if it's a critical or error, if the source is user, I can just change it later, right? And then it's all the event 1074, just give those to me, right? So press OK. And number of events 4429, that's a total event, right? And so it was not user 32. It's not showing for me. Is it showing for anyone else?
No.
So if we go for filter again, now okay, let's just remove this user 32. I just removed user 32 right now only, and press OK. Anything?
No.
Nothing for me. Refresh. Let's just keep removing our filter. So it's still user 32. All event sources. Oops, no. Okay, so it's user 32 plus unchecked critical and error, right? Now just 1074 is what we are selecting, right? So press OK. Now we see all. It was user 32, seriously, but it did not check that. So all the 1074 events are here now,
Yeah.
and now there are like a lot, 14 events. It
Maybe
says
it's using
one
only
four.
the ID, not using in a source.
Well, we did put source there, and it works as well, specifically as well. It's supposed to work, but it just took that information. Now so filter, of course, if you know what are you searching for, right? Then you go for those event IDs, especially when the boss says, okay, after crash has happened, now create a report for the other, there is that team that always asks for auditing team. They say, okay, what happened really? Give me the all reason, what events were there. Yeah.
Maybe is it because you are clicking on the critical and error?
Yeah, I did. That's the main thing. User 32 should have worked. If I can check now as well, but critical and error events were not there. They were all information events,
Yeah, so
right?
Because of that, you can get like this.
Exactly. So we can just check it out now. So if we remove that and just put user 32 again, I think the result should be the same. But once we add that,
Same.
it should be the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So mine becomes empty.
When you put user 32,
If I click on the critical and errors.
yeah, critical error is the main thing that was wrong. So-
this is like an Excel filter.
Yeah, it's just a filter.
Excel.
Yep.
Excel sheet.
Exactly. But very useful when we come down
Oh,
to
yeah, extremely
real, because you have to resolve the issue then and there. So
Yes.
this means all information is welcome, right, from anywhere. So suppose this event, so let's just remove that filter or clear filter. There is a clear filter command here, and all the errors are coming here again. Date and time wise, if I want to check that, I'm just going to click date and time. So it depends on what errors are coming at this time right now. So when you right click any of the files, suppose system file, now there is that open save log or create custom view. What is custom view?
So the way you have
The way I want to see it,
organized.
right? So if
Excel
we
display.
exact, it's just like Excel display. So again, now custom view also shows whatever you want to see. This is just like filter. It is actually exactly like filter, right? So custom views there, we already checked that. Cancel out from here. We want to check for, we want to clear the log. I mean, that's a very bad idea if you want to do that. But after saving the log, save all events as. So then let's just select that system, save all events as, click that, and then till what date to what date. We can just go for 18 August 2016. And I want to, there are so many events that I cannot search what I always used to search, so I can just go for documents or wherever I want to save that. Display information for these languages, or no display information, press OK. So we have saved the event log, right, for system event, right? Now when we right click, we can just click clear log as well. Now we can because we have saved it. You can save the contents of this log before clearing it. Save and clear, we already saved it, which is this. So we can just go for clear log without saving it now. Clear, everything is gone. But this means also now from now on you will keep an eye on some specific events as well. But it's gonna fill up again, and the best thing is always save it and then clear it, right? So let's so the security event, there's application event, also shows if it's what application is installed. Here we have Active Directory installed, right? But if it's that member server having Exchange server, there will be Exchange server related events in the application as well, or whatever other application. DNS is installed here, Active Directory is installed there. But you can see in applications and logs as well here. Now these are specifically for application. Active Directory related events, any, now only Active Directory events are there, right? If you had installed Exchange server, it would have shown here separately. And that's what we really need to know, what happened inside the application that crashed the application. Operating system is okay, hardware is okay, what happened to the application server, right? So you can go to the specific application part. DFS is installed in my case. I think everyone is showing that. Directory services installed. DNS server related events, very important. The name resolution is not working. Why is name resolution not working, right? Hardware events, internet. So it's not only those 5 events, but it's also about those applications that are installed on top of that operating system, right? So separate logs for them is always very useful, very useful. So, and then when you see this, if you keep going down, there is a Microsoft folder. Everyone seen that?
Yes.
What is that for?
Microsoft, Windows, then a lot of programs.
Now every component of Windows.
So many.
So, and many of them are just empty. But if there was any event that had appeared and you wanted to see that log for that specific service or component of the operating system, it would have just shown that, right? But we can see that event viewer is ready to get events for every corner of operating system and application. You just have to search where it is and which event you need to see, right? And practice. So, but this is something that you are using daily in job environment as a system administrator. You always go there, right? You have to. And if you want to really save your job, please read all events. Just go for application and for last 24 hour, last 48 hours, last 72 hours. Just go for date and time and keep going down and see, oh, no red event. Okay, we're kind of good. Security, yeah, this is something we're okay with. Setup, although we can see red events everywhere. And system, very important. What happened to our hundreds of systems or computers or hardware, and was there a shutdown, was there a restart? Sometimes we don't notice, but it restarted and came back. When we come in the morning, yes, it's working fine, but it actually restarted last night automatically. That's not good. So suppose you missed that event for a couple of weeks or days, that it's restarting at specific time at night, and then it will start restarting in the daytime as well, because you did not see those events at night, right? So if there, I already cleared that, right? Otherwise I wanted to Control F and go for restart. Just type restart and it should start giving us events for restart, right? If there was a restart. Okay, so this is all events log. So then there is that forwarded events as well. Everyone sees that?
Yes, it's empty.
It's empty, but when we and there's that forwarded events and subscriptions. Yeah, so subscriptions on the bottom, everyone sees that, right? To work with subscriptions, the Windows event collector service must be running and configured. I think it is event collector service, right? Do you want to start the service? Yes. And configure it to automatically start when the computer is restarted? Yes. So press yes here.
Yes, it's empty.
And now subscription is there. Everyone there? Right click and create a subscription. Let's go for that.
Yes.
Everyone there?
Yeah.
So create a subscription. When you, so what is the purpose of that? It is what we're telling this service, that whatever events you collect, it forwards that event to another computer, remote computer. We are collecting those events in one computer. One computer is dedicated for just, you know. So if we want to go for 2 years back, oh, there was that error coming. So what was the event for that error, and how did we resolve that? So so there was a in Scotiabank. I had,
taken
you know,
as a storage.
yes,
Call as a
and there are
storage.
third-party software here, which actually their only job is to collect events from all the servers. So in Scotiabank there was a server that was collecting all those events, right? So subscription name, let's just so collecting info from server 01. So collecting from server 01, and forwarded events, destination log is forwarded events. That's where we went, and this forwarded events was empty, right? So it also depends on connectivity as well. So collector initiated, so subscription type and source computers. So collector initiated, this computer contacts the selected source computers and provides the subscription, right? And source computer initiated, source computers in the selected groups must be configured through policy or local configuration to contact this computer and receive the subscription. So this computer contacts the selected, so this computer will contact the selected, hey, I am subscribed to collect your events, so would you please forward me your events, computer, thank you very much. So it's collector initiated, already selected. Go for select computers.
Okay.
So when you go for select computers like these, so we can just click add domain computers,
Okay.
click that, everyone there,
Yeah.
add domain computers. Okay, server 1, server 2. I'll just put server and check name, it will give me the numbers. Okay, I have 3 servers, but I'm just gonna go for server 1 and oh, it's not selecting all. So server 1 I'm selecting. You know, it's supposed to collect from remote servers, but we are selecting our server as well, so at least we should see anything collected. So then go for server 2 as well, guys. Server 2, check name, press OK. In my case, server 2 is not adding, only one object can be returned, move extra objects and press OK. More than one object is selected. Oh, seriously? Okay. All the wrong things are happening on my
Are you on your client?
I'm on the server itself, which is the source that's going to
Oh,
offer.
you're on server 2,
Server 1.
server 1. So you're gonna collect,
Even if you're collecting server 2, it's okay. It's the same thing.
but you're on server 1 collecting events from server 1?
Yeah, which is not good because my server 2 has connectivity issues.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, it's that's what I said, that it is supposed to be collecting from remote servers, right? So oh, I have a client here. I hope this time it let me add the client, because server 2 is giving some problems for me. And check name for client 1, it cannot be found. Hey, I did join it at domain, right? No, my client machine was, oh yeah, there it is. So at least press OK. More than one object selected, seriously. Okay, press OK here. Okay, this is done. Server 2, everyone, if you're on server 1, please add server 2. Are you able to add server 2 first of all, everyone?
Well, I
Oh,
don't
if you're-
want the subscription.
Oh, huh?
The folder
Master, it's
is
downest.
not there.
Go downest.
No, it's not there.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you're on Windows 8, right?
I'm on Windows.
Everyone on Windows 8?
No, I am server.
Maybe.
That's so change to server 1
Okay. Then
and open event viewer.
MMC, yeah.
No, 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 no.
MSC dot.
Either you can go for MMC, but right now go for server manager and go to tools
Okay.
and then go to event viewer.
Yeah.
Server manager tools. It's the same thing. You add it to MMC or you go directly to the tools, and because we're just working right now on event viewer to understand how event viewer works, right?
Okay. Tools and event manager.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And hey, if you don't do it, then at once 911 will come. So
It's ready all the time.
yeah, is ready.
Yeah, I found the subscription.
Okay, good.
So when you're right clicking the subscription,
Okay.
right click and go to
Yes.
create, right? Yeah, press yes for the service and then go right click again.
Create subscription.
Yes.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not.
Yay.
From server 1.
Let's
Then
go.
collection info from server 1. In your case, Matt, I think it's you can go for remote servers, right?
I've on server 1, and I'm trying to add automatic server 2 and client 1, but it has a problem with client 1.
It's okay. Server 2 is
Good.
good. Any one server that is good, go for that, right? So if you're on server 2 doing that, go for server 1 to add collection. If you're on
Okay.
server 1, just add server 2 for collection, right?
Yes.
So in select computers here,
Yeah.
add domain computers, and then
Click add domain. Outside. Yes.
you got instructions coming already. Come on, man.
Client.
Press OK.
Not
I'm
that
just
far away.
I'm adding client.
You want your server.
Kya kar rahe ho? What are you doing, man?
Should I put server?
Yes.
Yes, server 2. I'm adding client.
yes, server.
If in case it lets me add client, I'm gonna go for it. Otherwise, my server 2 is not actually.
So if you're
Yeah,
gonna see like events
Okay,
3-4 days
okay,
after
okay.
if
Yeah,
something
yeah.
happened, somebody computer
Crashed or restarted or shut
So we
down.
can check where the point we get the error.
Exactly.
We can check it out.
Whichever events we added. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So test is there, right? When you click test,
Connectivity test.
so client is showing me a big,
Mine is like 16.
oh, yours succeeded. So for okay, if it succeeded, let's just go ahead.
This is
No, in client I have the firewall on, so control panel, system and security, Windows firewall. Then I need to just stop this firewall from opening. Okay, so server 1 and test now and error. Woo!
And refresh, then you can.
And press.
just give it some time.
Okay, let's give it some time, like 2 or 3 days. Okay, so now what? So we selected computers, right? Now let's go for events. What we need to select, because just selecting computer is not enough. So
Okay.
let's go for select events, right? Collect. So when we click now, the custom tool all again open. That's the same thing that we already used,
Yes.
but now we need to collect those. Let's go for the simple events.
Last category.
So everything here is okay, and event ID by source. So let's just go for by source here,
Okay.
and user 32. The easiest is 1074, right? Which we already know. So task category. User 32 was the event for 1074, right? The source.
Last category is grayed out.
Actually, everything is grayed out, and it's not letting us do anything. So by log, if we go, see this screen by log.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we go for Windows logs, we're gonna tell them specifically which log events we need to
Yes.
forward. So let's go for Windows log and then system,
System.
which will we know as 1074 appears in system logs, right?
Yes.
Everyone following that, including Shahul?
Yes.
All right,
System.
including Ali. So that nod is saying no way I'm following you. Teach. So Windows logs and system. Everyone did that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So and then just select away. Now you can see everything else is selected. So
Yeah.
first we have to select the log, right? Then 1074 from the remote computers as well, right?
Yes.
So let's keep it simple. System event 1074 from those remote computers that you added, right?
Okay.
Matt, where are you? Same screen? Okay. So press OK here. Let's keep it simple. So events to collect. We told that what events, and it says here as well. Change user account or configure advanced settings. If we click advanced here, everyone there?
Yeah.
Click advanced, machine account, specific user, event delivery optimization, normal, minimize bandwidth related, minimize latency if there is latency there, and this is the protocol and port we're using for event collection, which is okay. We're not supposed to touch that. Okay, this is a machine account event. Shutdown restart has everything to do with machine, right? So press OK. Press OK.
What do you mean by the TCP port 5985?
No, this is the port it's gonna use for event collection. Just like every service has a port
But then we are using the collection server, or is it a server?
by default from server side. Yeah. So guys, when you do that, do you see this green thing?
Yes.
So
Correct.
status is
Yeah.
active, and I think we have a lot of 1074 events. So refresh, right click and refresh, or we can create a new 1074 event. And how do we do that? Shut down. Shut down the server. That's a proper 1074 event that we can create, and it's gonna start listening and collecting. So I think for client I also added it. Does it show me who's added there and for whom it's gonna collect the event? No, it's not showing that. If I double click this collection info and go for select computers, oh, client is there, so I can actually shut down that. So shut down power, shut down guest. That's a proper shutdown. And maybe after restart it collects that.
No, restart.
It's a shutdown event, right? So that's why I did a proper shutdown.
Okay.
Refresh. Maybe the event has to first generate on that target computer, right? For that we're gonna start that computer. It's gonna generate that event, and that event should be collected here, right?
So shut down guest.
Yeah.
Shut down guest.
Oh.
Exactly.
But it's not showing a.
So it is shut down. Let's start that, because if it is shut down, event cannot be created when it's shut down, right? So start it and then create that event. You already did that?
Yes.
Okay. Then it's all about we wait for the event, and one day or Monday or Sunday it's gonna come. So it is started. Hey, did that event first initiated on the target? So when we can go first in the Windows 8 and check if that event was created there at all. 1074. It should now, right? When we come back to Windows 8, if we shut it down, and if our firewalls on all machines are off, I'll just go quickly to control panel in Windows 8, system and security in Windows 8. After control panel, then we go for administrative tools in control panel. Exactly, event viewer in Windows 8. Double click, and then of course Windows logs and system. One of the top events should be 1074. One of the, but sometimes it creates so many events that it goes down to the bottom. So I can just go for Control F here and just type in that systems event in Windows 8 that was there at 1074 created for today.
1074, 1030.
Okay, that is, so there's a 1074 for just now. What's the time? 8. Yep, it's 8:18. Today we started that, and cancel. Yes, there is an event for today. And what time? 10:48:59. My time is so wrong. Oh yeah, 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago it was created. So time is okay. The overall machine time itself is wrong.
Machine time is 10:50.
Oh, Pacific time. Okay, I'm just changing the time zone from Pacific to Bogota, where we are living here. Oh, or not. Oh, Bogota. There is Eastern time. Right above that is Bogota. Okay. So anyway, press OK. Press OK.
Change time zone.
So, well, the event is created here. We are all confirmed there, right?
Yeah.
But did it reach here? Refresh.
On server.
Retry on the source server.
Is 7001 is considered as the log on and log off as well?
If it says there, yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah, when you click on systems, Windows log systems, then you got it.
No, subscriptions. Oh, forwarded events. Sorry.
Forwarded in.
Because based on my time.
Forward events, no, nothing.
There's nothing there.
No, that's forwarded from this system to another system. Yeah, you were saying?
Based on my timing, I don't have that number that you just mentioned, 1047. But based on
74.
my it's coming as 7001 and 7036.
Oh, no, it's 1074. You just said 1047. Are you looking for 1047?
What number again you want?
Look for 1074. It's 104, 104.
No.
So retry and one forwarded event. So runtime status. Hey, there you go. There you go. So no additional status.
Maybe it will take time.
No, see this, guys. Right click that subscription. Right click the collection info. Right.
Yes.
Runtime status.
Runtime status.
I haven't
Ah.
check that. So did we the last retry 18.8 and what I had the event there as 10:52, then I changed the time 1:52.
Yeah.
This is the exact event that we were looking for, right? So did everyone do that?
Yes.
If you go to the subscriptions on server 1,
Right click.
if you go right click this and runtime status and
It is not showing on me.
oh,
The subscription.
Server page on server.
Server page.
server 1.
Okay.
So one, man, where's the Chakunda? Chakunda effects are wearing out. Okay.
It is
Need
there.
more chicken.
Yeah.
You need more Chakunda power.
Yeah, of course.
So Chakunda effects are running out.
And
Runtime status.
Second one. Yeah, go ahead.
Everyone sees that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that event is there. If I shut down again, then start again, there should be a second event here. If I shut down again, start again, third event here, right?
Okay, well, can we restart and check it?
Yes.
Just restart.
That's a restart event is, I think, different. Shutdown event is different. So let me just shut down because we need to make sure, right? So I'm shutting down again.
Windows 8.
Yeah, Windows 8. Just to if we want to see a second event here, right? Just to confirm everything. So end power on. You're restarting, right? Or shutting?
No, I'm shutting.
Okay. Restart event is different. Event
So,
ID is
yes,
different.
of course.
Yeah. So the second event should be there as well. Matt, you're there?
I got some errors here, showed up.
Okay, it showed
One
up.
from client, one from server too.
Oh, good. Okay. Anyone else was doing two? I mean, like client as well as server, or just client?
Just
Just server. Okay. And did it come for you, Shao?
yeah.
Okay, cool. So just shut it down again. I've started that again, and
I'm sorry.
refresh. Runtime status. It's still one event. Well, I did not log in. Okay, let me just log in as well. Okay, logged in and event viewer. Well, I have my console MMC here. Why should I go down to control panel if I have added event viewer here? I just no, I did not add remove snap, and I still have to go down to E event viewer local. For now, I just want to see the local event viewer, and then Windows logs system. Now a new event should be showing here for the new second shutdown. Control F 1074. I'm on workstation right now, Windows 8. What is the new event does show, but is it the 153 next minute? Before it was 152. Now there's a new event at 153 that I shut down again. So local Windows 8 event viewer has created the 1074 event, but did the remote server collected that? retry runtime status. It is still showing one event. Oh, it is 1:55 now. The time has changed and it's just showing the same event. Before it was 1:52 it was showing, then it says next retry time at 2 o'clock. Now the event time is, so it's showing a new event to me. But it's not showing as a separate new event. It has updated the same event because it's the type of event that it is going for, right? So if there is a update for that same event, it's not creating a second line for that. But it changed the time now, 1:55.
How do you keep track of the
Registry?
history? The history of
The history, sorry. History. Oh, okay. When was the last event happening? So now it's just giving us a runtime status, but it should be collecting those events. This is the forwarded events. This is going to forward everything, but this is runtime, and registry of history of the event will be. Why I'm saying registry second time now? Okay, history of the event will be here on the source itself. What you're showing here is collection of here. What is going on right now remotely? Have you collected that? Yes, it is collecting that, but I gotta check that out. That can we remotely have, this is a runtime status, right? Like what happened just now, current status, where are those events collected? So if we go for forwarded events here on Windows 8.1, now I have to check it out. Have to check it out that where is the history event. Otherwise, where it's coming from, that has the history. Don't delete from there, the target. And the source is giving you runtime status for the current, but it's not actually connecting that. I have to do some more digging out on that. We were using a third-party software, which is the event collector server, where we were collecting all the events, but here it's not showing that. Okay guys, we're gonna try to continue with the rest of it, and we're gonna go for meet on Tuesday and try to experiment all the other tools, event viewer tools or monitoring tools. The more we go in depth, the better. Yep. Oh, okay. So okay, yeah, this we need to technet. I'll have to technet that. Okay, hey, that's a good monitor screen here. So I will have to technet that, and I can hide behind this screen. That's a good location here. Anyway, so yeah, if it collects something remotely, that's good enough. But still, we need always there's a scenario changes that, which is good as well. You know, so we can go to the properties of that as well, and we can keep adding more computers there, right? Forwarded events, hardware events, destination log could be anywhere. Although we just have forwarded events selected here, right? So destination log and then collector initiated. So we are initiating the collection. Select events, yes, 1074 is the event. We can just keep on adding more events. So this is kind of it, and then we can okay, for now this is it, and we're gonna continue with our monitoring tools. I hope, you know, if SCOM was not a very complicated tool, I would have added this here just for our extra experience, but it's pretty complicated to just initialize and start the installation, and SCCM as well. Okay guys, so so for SCCM, it's very important. Its requirement in the market is very big, but none of the students actually mentioned it to the administration. So administration advertised outside, and they said we didn't get a call from outside, but inside so many students know that SCCM is so important. I think you guys should be going there and talking to the management. Hey, when is the SCCM course starting? so they can arrange for you, because there are so many jobs outside
Yes.
for SCCM. If you go for job sites and just type SCCM, there are many jobs,
Yeah.
right? So, but your demand is not there. So administration says nobody wants to learn SCCM, right?
Yes.
So if the students say, hey, we want SCCM course, only then they will say, okay, let's try to arrange for them SCCM as well, right?
So how